This is international soccer celebrity Chris Doran.
Hi, crew fans. This is Anthony Precourt.
Hey, crew fans. This is Greg Berhalter.
What's going on, dude? It's Frankie.
Ryan Schweffinger here at the Crew SC offices.
My name is Lamar Hunt Jr.
Howdy, rough lads. This is Josephie's mom.
And you're listening to ACES Radio.
Let me get you caught up on the social stuff. Tim said I came into the conversation late. What's wrong with current Crew Stadium, Mafre Stadium? It depends on who you ask. Anthony Precourt, the team owner, wants a new stadium. That's what kind of started this whole thing. Two comments here about Cincinnati, and I find this interesting because there's almost two battles going on. One in Texas with San Antonio and Austin,
right,
and one here locally with Cincinnati and Columbus. Scott Bolster says, your thoughts, Morgan, on Cincinnati moving forward with an approval of an MLS stadium yesterday. You can't have two MLS teams so close together. Daniel Carney says, does Cincy actually help or hurt the Crew situation?
Why can you have two teams that close together?
Which is what Paula Ramsey says immediately after that.
Since day one, minute one of Cincinnati announcing their intention to pursue MLS, I have been all for it. Our closest away game for every year of our existence, with the exception of the first year, is Chicago, or Bridgeview as they are now. That's not close enough for us. Right. We had that game this year, this past summer, rather, in Cincinnati, and it was great. No one remembers who won that game, but it was fun. I remember having fun. I don't remember who won. But
I won't refresh
it. It'd be a heck of a rivalry.
This is how MLS is selling themselves recently, is this, this kind of like tribalism.
Yeah.
With the two New York teams, with the two LA teams, finally having a legitimate rival for the Columbus Crew after 23 years is going to be incredible, and I can't wait for the Cincinnati Rough Lads to get here.
Okay, let me get caught up in some comments. Sorry, I'm neglecting you right now. Oh, Nate Beckman, I won't read that out loud. Let's see. Derek Freudeman says, taking the Crew out of Columbus is crazy. MLS doesn't understand what they're doing. Daniel Carney, why would MLS want to destroy the little history that the league has? Crew is the first team. Richard Irwin Jr., if you can take a founding member, you can move anyone. Keith Nas, one of your boys, I know he's one of our friends on Twitter, he says, if you live outside the Central Ohio area, what would you suggest for helping to save the Crew?
Is that to Dom again?
No, to you.
No, I think it's to you. You're the expert on the show.
But Dom's the insider. I always think everything's to Dom. I've been a big fan of yours, by the way. I don't know if you saw me on Twitter, but I always talk about it.
They don't love him on ACES Radio, but Morgan likes
I don't know what ACES Radio is. It sounds like crap.
I got you your plug, though, right there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Plug. Bill's podcast only.
How about new?
Now, shall we begin?
You are now listening to an altogether less fashionable variety of soccer podcast. Broadcasting live from the capital city of Columbus, Ohio. Welcome to
ACES Radio.
I got the new wings with the zebra flavor sauce.
I've given this no thought whatsoever.
Hashtag probably riding cock.
They're in your face. They're a little different. I think it's super cool. I love them. Jamie, ignorant slut.
Hold on to your butts.
Now, here are your hosts, Morgan Hughes, John Zadar, and Darby Schnarfus.
Oh, yeah, baby. Ignorant sluts, shitlords, and celebrity fans alike. If you're hearing the sound of my voice, it's already too late. You're tuned in to the latest, the lamest, and possibly last episode of ACES Radio.
Sorry.
John Zadar has called into the microphone. Coming up tonight on the program, Cruisers FC make it 3 in a row. Losses, that is, this time on the road against DC United. The panel will discuss cracking the code. Tonight it makes its triumphant return as we try to decipher what Michael Arache means when he uses words. Man balls. They are back and they're thrown about as liberally as ever before. Darby, I welcome you back, and I remind you that John's genitals are not for touching. Then on segment 2, the rarest of all rare treats, as a celebrity guest, unlike any other, which we don't mean as a compliment, stops by the show. Julie Jackson is here, bitches. She's one of the hottest photographers in the game today, but how does she feel about pictures? She probably likes them because she's a goddamn photographer. On segment 3, we head live on Periscope for your hot takes, aka the battle for the grand prize, and sweet mother of God. A logjam at the top of the standings this week, fellas, as users A, B, C, D, E, F, and Buttle Surfer return to battle for hot take supremacy. prediction scores, prediction updates, cruisers versus revolution, hang on tour, the Ags Attack War, and so much fucking more. Brought to you as always by benevolent corporate overlord sponsors, Blood and Urine, and broadcasting live from the beautiful front room here at Endeavor Brewing Company. My name is the continuing champion, Morgan Hughes, a.k.a. the #1 Handsy Boy. And I'm joined as always by AAA, the absentee amateur artist himself, Captain Jean-Luc the Wet Boy Zadar, and everyone's favorite ancient ruin, Darby the 40-year-old man-child Schnarfus. Fellas, mapaches, lads from different dads, brothers from different mothers, and amigos de Guillermo, how in the hell have you been?
Oh, fantastic.
Other than sick and coughing into the microphones.
Yeah, I think I'm really sick of things coming out of my sinuses. But we have reached the point in Ohio where it snows in the morning and it's 60 degrees in the afternoon, so that's great. I got the return of the old man sushi today.
Yes. How many pieces did you get down the gullet?
We had an early start, but I still managed to get 8. 6 before we started and 2 in the fucking intro.
Wow. So 8 pieces, John. Can you believe it?
It's impressive. Darby's always been known for his ability to choke down a long roll.
Oh, my God. That's true because of how he does that in real life.
Small but passionate. That's my new catchphrase.
Oh.
I don't believe that anyone's ever
that
said
describes Morgan's performance in the sack, I think.
Are you talking about my acorn penis, John?
Yeah.
If so.
Small but passionate.
Sophomores who, first time in front of a microphone, I believe is what they call us.
I think small but flaccid was what Pam said.
When it's that small, is there even like different states of existence? Like, is there a flaccid and
all right? I'm probably
what is it? Rigid?
I'm probably going to
gorged?
say too much, but I have.
Please go on.
There's no way this goes badly.
So there's a Wikipedia article about micro penises.
Oh,
and like it's a medical. It's a medical condition, John.
I really thought you were going to say there's a Wikipedia article about my penis.
Yeah, about your penis.
There is. It's an article about micro penis.
No,
you're right.
But the acorn glued to a Ken doll. The reason I say that is because that's what a micro penis looks like. It just like it's so
chest?
tiny. Yeah, well, the chest thing.
No, it's where a penis should be, right?
Yes, it's like right where normal penises are, but it's just like
what is it? Just like the head of a dick and nothing else?
Pretty much, and I can
at all
imagine
times
that there would be no difference between flaccid and rigid. Like if God forbid.
Well, I mean, if all you are is the head of, if all you've got is the head, yeah. Right?
When you say just the tip, it's like that's all there is.
Just the tip of the tip.
It's been so long since I looked at that because it's not something I do every day, regardless of what Pam tells you
right,
or
you're
my
a 3-4
internet
man.
search history tells you.
Right, yeah.
I'm a 3-4 man. That's right, John.
When he looks at porn, it's only big dick porn.
That's right. I'm not in private browser mode ever.
Right.
I can't prove it.
Yeah, he just watches what is it, like the Nest camera from his bedroom on Thursdays.
I watch camera of my own girlfriend
and Doran.
That's not how porn works. Nope, not at all. Not at all.
I assume they invite other people.
They do. Yeah, they do. Via the internet, but I don't watch that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Moving on to housekeeping, lads. Also, what I meant to say about micropenises is I wonder how big their balls are. Like, does it affect...
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Are you normal balls?
Is it just normal ball sack?
What if it's like
tiny
micro penis and extra huge balls?
What?
Morgan, let me have your phone. I'm going to get on your Googles.
No.
And I'm going to Google micro penis balls.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, Darby, could you Bing that for us?
If you can do it from your phone.
No, I'd rather do it from your phone.
Now, our phones are both dead. We need to use yours.
No, you can't. You don't just throw your phone and that means it's out of batteries.
It's
John.
locked.
I'm not
I
an
don't
idiot.
know how to unlock it.
I'm very dumb, but I'm not stupid. Dumb, but not stupid. Moving on. Couple pieces of housekeeping before we get into the meat and potatoes of ACES Radio tonight, lads. Big thanks. John, this is what everyone's talking about right now. Big thanks to Dom Taberry and Dave Holmes. What a treat. What a treat it was for me on Tuesday, John. As you know, they brought me in to talk about my rec league basketball game from 2 weeks ago.
Right. Morgan's Army.
That's right. Morgan's Army. Love that. I saw that. It's great. Thanks to the FC Cincinnati or FC Columbus 95 fans. It took one game for you to start attacking me on Twitter. Yeah. Great. Love that.
One of them did like a breakdown of things that they learned, and one of the things was that like not everyone supports the same way, and then like 2 things down was like a contradictory statement.
Yeah. One of the guys was like, "Oh, it's the same crap he said the whole time." Like, so you're saying I'm consistent? Thank you.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, and just so everybody knows, yes, the movement is now being called Morgan's Mighty Penis Army.
Oh, good.
Big giant Austin FC penis dog.
Is Morgan's Army a Harry Potter reference?
Nothing
Like
it is.
Dumbledore's
Morgan's Army
Army
is actually a hashtag that relates to a woman who's dealing with medical issues.
Yeah.
Oh.
So when they hijacked that, it was a real class move.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, that's
but
a bummer.
Just,
I mean, I'm
and
used to
they're
all those
using,
guys,
but
so I
they're
don't-
but they're using it to like attack STC.
Here's
stuff.
the thing,
because Dom
everybody.
Taberi said something.
You know, we know everybody in the soccer community listens. Go out there and just do your damn thing.
Yeah,
and
dude.
don't worry about everybody else and what they're doing. Support how you want to support. Let other people support how they want to support.
Support the team you want to support too.
Yeah, no one. Seriously, get out there and go to the games you want to go to.
Support Team B,
Yeah.
support Team C, support all of them, support some of them, but don't shit on everybody else who does things differently than you.
Especially when you're trying to get a team off the ground. Like,
Right, I saw the
don't-
photos. There were like a whole 10 of you at that game. Like, if you want more people to come, then don't be like such negative, like
Right, make people welcome.
aggressive
Don't pressure people.
Like, just yeah.
Yeah, and whatever. I know they don't respect me, but I have been in charge of a
Nobody
couple
respects
things.
you.
That's true. That's true. Like both of you guys have been. I've been in charge of a couple things from a soccer supporter perspective, so I know what works and what doesn't. Attacking others doesn't work. It doesn't. It never does. Even if you're not even if another person isn't being attacked, they don't want to be around people that do that kind of thing.
Right.
And
So,
for the record,
I wish you guys nothing but the best, but you got to lay off, man. Come on.
yeah, everybody who's listening, go support FC Columbus if you
Yeah.
want.
Go to
support
Eagles
the
games.
Eagles if you want.
Go to the
Crew
95s.
games
Yeah,
if
do
you
everything.
want. Do what you want and be happy.
And let other people live their lives. Jesus Christ, what are we doing? Anyway, okay. So big thanks to Dom Taberi and Dave Holmes. Like I wanted to say this. Those guys, they get a lot of hate. A lot of the local media, especially from a sports perspective, they get a lot of hate from Crew fans. But if
Deserved.
But here's the thing: like, does anybody out there, first of all, honestly think that any of these local sports people want the Crew to leave town? Their job is to cover sports, man. If there's one less team,
I don't think anyone's hating on them because they think they want them to leave town.
that's good. That's good.
think
You're
they're
out of your
hating on them
fucking
'cause
mind
they're
if
not
you
doing
think
their
that.
job.
So, and also, like, more importantly, what do you people want from 11:30 p.m. sports desk updates? Like, is that where you go for Crew news? Of course it's not. That's where you go for like to hear them talk about the Buckeyes and get upset about it. Like, if you're looking for a reason to be upset, you're always going to find one, okay? So just, like, let these people live their lives and talk about what they want to talk about. And you know why they talk about the Buckeyes? Because the Buckeyes rule the fucking city. And you know why they rule the city? Because they do. And if you don't want them to, then grab 5 people and let's sell out Crew
this is a
Stadium
bad
every week.
stance. Why are you deciding to play this character?
Because
right now?
I'm tired of people shitting all over these guys. Honestly, they're good people. They didn't.
I can think you're a good person and not great at your job. Those aren't mutually exclusive.
That's fine, but I'm saying
you're
like,
a terrible human being,
Yeah,
but you're
course.
great at running the Fun Van.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You know, John, we didn't get that award from the Fun Van Association for nothing.
Exactly.
You know, all I'm saying is let these guys live. They really do honestly care about this, and I've talked to them off the air, off camera. They really care about why people don't like them, and if the Crew moved the needle a little bit more, then they would cover them a little bit more, and that's not their fault. Their fault is to cover it when it moves the needle, and it's not our fault as fans.
That's
Ohio
not the
State
job of
football
that's not the
moves
job.
fucking
That's not
needle.
the job of news and journalism.
I agree with you. It's not their job to move the needle. It's their job to report on what moves the needle. And if the front office moved the needle more, if more people cared about this fucking team, then the news would report on it. So
No, I
if you
disagree.
have an issue, take it up
I mean,
with
I don't
Tony
disagree
fucking ACES,
completely,
who doesn't give any money
but
to his marketing
I think
department.
some of the responsibility of getting the word out about things like that falls on the media because that's what the media exists to do, is to cover things.
Yeah, but if
they're not
they
covering
cover
it
things
and they're
that
not
people
giving
care
it,
about. It's not their job to
well,
make
how are people
care
supposed to
about
know that
stuff.
they care about it if they're not hearing about it?
The Columbus Crew marketing department.
I disagree. I agree in every
Well, you're
sense
wrong.
except for the fact that these are local news outlets that's job is to cover stories relevant to the local community.
That's right.
What about this? What about it's okay to ask your local media for increased coverage? Just don't be an asshole about it.
I don't like that.
Because I think
it's not intense enough.
John makes a great point. The media has an obligation to cover this.
I mean,
and sometimes when things and we won't get on this too much, but when I know one of the things was when Dom was talking about McCalla Place when it was he made it sound like it was breaking news and everybody's like,
it was months old.
No shit, we know this,
right?
And people got upset and so maybe it's just saying, hey, we already knew that. Try and keep without saying
stay abreast of things.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he was talking about it and covering it and updating people that I'm sure don't get their sports news from anywhere else but him and his station. Right? Those are people that exist.
Yeah, our grandparents are all over the place, John.
Well, irrelevant who they are.
Crew
They're
fans
still
are not
people.
going to 10 TV.
Right, but you know who we don't need to know?
11:30 to get
right,
fucking
we don't
crew
need
news.
crew fans to know more about the shit that's going on in the crew world.
I see
your
what
arguments. I think I'm trying to be nice, but I think your argument's awful.
Well, I think you're awful.
Like
nothing you've ever said.
We're
on this
always
show
talking
is
about
worth
an
talking
NSTC
here.
stuff. How can we break out of the bubble? And programs like Dom's program and other local news stations are good ways for stuff like that to reach audiences that aren't used to it.
Okay, so let me
the fact
put
that
it another way.
the fact that he's talking about it is fantastic.
Yes.
The fact that he's months behind on it is not.
Well, we can't attack someone for what they didn't do in the past. We can praise them for saying and say thank you for
Criticism
covering
is
this.
not an attack.
Well, John, you're in
Well,
art
some
school.
people
You've been
are
to art
attacking.
school.
Well, that's
everyone that's not you feels attacked when people say, the thing that you've done sucks. It's part of your life. It's not part of anybody else's life.
Well,
if
when
you're
somebody
on Twitter, you do have to
tells
have a
me
thicker skin.
that I'm not the best basketball player
Don't
in the
be
league,
Taylor
John.
Twellman.
You go home and you cry.
I do.
Right.
And then I attack them on Twitter. And I use
Naturally.
Hashtag
someone else's army.
That's right. No, but okay, so let me put it this way. Thank you to Dave Holmes and thank you to Dom Tiberi for talking to Save the Crew. We do appreciate it. And I hope that...
I tweeted at them and said thanks. Good
saw
job.
that. I quote tweeted it.
It's a good show. I watched the whole... I didn't watch it live, but I watched it on replay.
Retweet for visibility is what I said, John.
Yes, I
just
saw
so
that.
everybody knows,
Fantastic.
Sean Sitar enjoys Dom Tiberi.
Yeah, and to them,
I'm sure
yes,
Dom
thank
would
you
be
for that.
I'm sure Dom's a lovely
And
human being.
He is.
You know, we wholeheartedly recommend that you keep covering it and that you talk to not just us, but also just people out in the world, because there are a lot of fans out there associated with Save the Crew and not.
I want to talk to Mike Hudson.
Please don't stop.
Right.
Please continue.
Keep it up.
Keep looking for new angles.
You can't tell me that that the Crew haven't gotten more attention and coverage from local media in the past 6 months than they did any other time in their existence.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. It's too late. It's almost too late now.
It's never too late to do the right thing, John.
Right, but you get what I'm saying. Like the ship has 18,000 holes in it. I guess we better start patching them.
You can open that door. You can open it.
It's too late. Like the ship's going down.
Yeah.
You know?
And we're never going to be mad. Like, you can look at Save the Crew blogs. Maybe you'll have an idea for a story in there. You've got the community of Gehenna. How are they affected by what's going on? Because they have a more personal connection.
Right.
They're probably not. No one lives in Gehenna.
Just keep asking questions. Keep looking for those angles. That's what we want. That's what we would love.
I'm sure everybody's worried about what their grandkids will do on the weekend in Gehenna. Where will my grandkids go to watch the soccer game? Are the Crew a soccer team, John? That's what they'll say, and everyone will laugh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the room, Brian Leven.
I'm not welcoming him.
Episode whatever the hell.
Don't
you were
acknowledge
on.
that thing at the door. Just talked about Brian right now.
Brian Leven. What episode were you on? 8? I want to say it was single digits. I think 5. Wow. We'll come back to the show. Jesus, I choked myself to death. Let's move on. I will say that I touched Yolanda Harris twice.
You touched her?
I touched her twice.
Did she want to be touched?
Hold on, John. Wait a minute. There's actually a thing for this.
Oh, okay.
We interrupt this regularly scheduled Buffalo Bills podcast for this bit of breaking news. We go now live on scene to the continuing champion, Morgan Hughes, who's the greatest at basketball in his entire league, John. Thanks, Eric. I touched Yolanda Harris twice, John, and it was pretty great.
Yeah, that's right. Slaughter Max. Yeah, come on.
Now,
get excited. Yeah.
Are you aware?
Come on.
Does she know you touched her?
Yolanda Harris.
What happened was he rubbed his dick against a picture of Yolanda Harris in the hallway.
That is not what I did that as well, but I also touched her in real life twice. Fox Korea Kids Club. Yep. Slaughter Max.
I shook her hand twice, John, and said hello and goodbye. That's right. She said, Morgan, I love you, and I want to be with you forever, and that was great.
But let's shake hands.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
As a greeting and a sayonara.
And you said, "Oh, thank you for wanting to be with me forever. Goodbye. I want Pam."
Well, I'll see her. Well, I had to tell Pam. I do respect her a little bit, and I told her
that's not true.
I told her the other day when I got home from that, and I said I touched Yolanda Harris twice. She said, "You need to stop saying things like that." And I said, "I've always told you that you are my stepping stone to something better than you." And
you're like the Anthony Prequit of relationships.
That's exactly right.
Boyfriends, huh?
That's right.
I'm just here for 4 years until the metrics get bad enough that
you're
I can.
30 now. It's disgusting. I don't like that. I've never dated anybody in their 30s before. I find it foul. I find it horrid. And the yellow soap coming out of your butt.
Is that what happens?
Yeah.
At 30?
No, they start pooping.
I never dated a 30-year-old either.
That's the first time a woman ever poops is when she turns 30.
They start admitting to pooping. It's disgusting. All right, last piece.
I mean, as long as they're still doing it in the bathroom.
Well, we've had some trying months lately, John. Last piece of housekeeping. Congratulations to Fussball Club Cincinnati on getting approval for their new stadium. I wanted to bring this up. This is going to be probably the longest pre-meat and potatoes segment in ACES radio history. But Fussball Club Cincinnati gets their own stadium, John. You've
Is that
been
100%
paying attention.
for sure thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really follow the stadium talk.
Well, but like it's contingent on them getting.
They have to
into
get the
MLS.
club.
I mean, no one fucking cares. This is really just like an intro to talk about Fussball.
Right. We want to talk about the fact that they're going to be called the Fussy Boys for the rest of their existence.
Fuss Boys.
Right.
Fuss Boys. That's right.
Like, and people wanted this name.
I mean, a non-zero number.
No, I've been told by like Burkle and Steve and Rambo Gooner that this was overwhelmingly the name that fans wanted and asked for, and they're happy that the team listened to them and picked it.
Those are three of the people I would trust least on the planet in terms of.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about,
I had an extensive conversation with them about it the other day.
FC Cincinnati is going to rebrand. Right now, it's Football Club Cincinnati, FUTBOL. But they will be rebranding soon into Fussball, but it's like a German
It's
B.
a German character.
Which means two S's.
Yes.
In Germany, one B
is two S's.
It's like a bird in the hand and stones in the bushes. It's like one B is two S's.
It's a double S.
I've researched this on the internet, Darby. Let me explain it. It's a double S is one B. So, but since they can't trademark a character not in English, it's Fussball.
Is that a thing? Is that why they're doing that?
Correct. It's Fussball Club Cincinnati.
You can't trademark a non-English character?
Exactly.
Oh,
so
why is that, I wonder?
I know that there's a whole thing going on, and everyone's like, oh, is the blah, blah, blah. I'm not super upset about the fact that they're going to be Fussball Club Cincinnati, but I'm not. I just wish that I find it as cringy as Real Salt Lake.
Yeah.
And
I find it more cringy than that.
But it's out of the ordinary at this point. Nobody has mimicked a German thing yet. We're used to mimicking the British.
We
things.
have with our badge.
Yeah, but not a word. Yeah. And I know that they're still going to be FC Cincinnati, and no one's going to say are you going to the Fussball game?
No, they're just going to all keep calling them FCC.
Yeah, which is fine. I wish that we could just be use words that we've always used.
That's what I was saying to them the other day. I was like, I don't know why we can't just name every team Columbus Soccer Club, DC Soccer Club, Kansas Soccer Club.
Yeah.
Why can't we just call them that? That's what they are.
Yeah. What you're saying is, why are we making such a fuss over this? That's it.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Let me grab a microphone so I can drop it.
Just throw that one. We won't need it.
No one laughs about that. I know that a lot of people. First of all, just obviously everyone in Cincinnati knows. I've been really, really behind you guys since minute one, and I can't wait for you guys to get to MLS. I wish it would happen tomorrow, and we're going to be there obviously as well, and it's going to be fucking great. We already played once, and no one knows who won that game, but we should pay attention to the second game.
We're going to at least play again, assuming they can win again this year.
They probably won't, John.
When's their game? Soon, isn't it? It got announced.
I don't know.
They're playing Detroit.
Detroit Rough Lads?
Yeah.
The semi-pro team?
Yeah, I believe so.
Or no, the not
the amateur team?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're playing the team that's in their tier.
Oh, shit. That's crazy. But no, FC Cincinnati pays their players.
Right.
Right? They're not in the same league as Detroit Rough Lads.
I'm pretty sure the Detroit team pays their players.
Oh, really? Who fucking cares? No one cares. Literally no one cares. Congratulations, Cincinnati.
I think the teams that don't get paid are the ones like FC Columbus, that tier.
No, they're in the same league as the Detroit Rough Lads.
Oh, they are?
Yes, for sure.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure the Columbus Eagles. I'm pretty sure they're all in the same league.
Me and Tobias were trying to figure this out yesterday.
Men versus women. There can be only one gender. Fight to the death. But in soccer.
So anyway,
soccer's one of the only
sports
sports that the chicks could probably hang in, to be honest.
False. Girls
what
are
other
stupid?
Sports?
None.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Soccer's the only one that they could potentially hang
No,
in.
none. No sports.
Oh, no sports at all.
Maybe sandwich making. There are two girls in the room. That's why I'm doing this.
I didn't say
any
of that, just for the record.
In a second. There it is.
Thanks for tipping off the people who are making fun of Morgan's Army.
Who said that? Who's saying all those things? Is it Greg Benson back? I fucking hate that guy. Crikey. Moving on, lads. Cruisers FC taking on DC United. We don't have much to cover because there isn't much to talk about in this game. Your formation, you're familiar, 4-2-3-1. Zach Steffen in net, Awful Mensa, Williams, Fernando Valenzuela across the back. Trapping Artur in the middle, Sanch, Higuain, Martinez on the wings, and attacking mid, your boy Jossie Zardes up top. Your subs, Adam John came on for Martinez in the 63rd, Mohamed Abu for Josh Williams in the 73rd, and John's favorite player, Hector Jimenez, comes on for Pipa in the 82nd. Your cards.
Because when you need an offensive spark, you think Hector Jimenez.
Save it for the show, John. Higuain, yellow in the 23rd. Areola, which is English for nipple, red card in the 51st. Steve Clark, yellow card for DC in the 84th. And Jonathan Mensah picks up a yellow for the Crew in the 84th as well. Your goal, Segura, which is Spanish for Segura. DC scores in the first minute of play. Drabby, Schranfus, everyone's favorite ancient ruin. Second straight game where 1, we lose to a rival. 2, we lose to a team at the bottom of the standings. 3, we lose to a team picking up their first win of the season. And 4, we lose a game where we dominated all statistical categories. 4 points in the last 5 matches. Not great. Back to you.
Yep, this I think was the point in the season in 2016 where I was starting to say, you know what? Fuck it. Let's be a team. Let's not play out of the back. Let's play counter because this isn't working for us. It is insanely frustrating to watch a game where you have all these offensive statistics and you look at the game and you realize those numbers are adding up, but you're like, these are garbage numbers. They can't put a shot on frame to save their lives. When you go back and find out after the fact, we have 46 fucking crosses in the game.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have that many crosses in 2 games.
Do we think that Kai is out there or something?
Yeah, what the hell? And after about 30, when none of them work, do you maybe try something else? I
don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're here to decide.
And when you're up a man,
yes,
you don't always get to win just because you're ahead of guy for an hour. It sure as hell doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
You should be looking more dominant.
Well, that's why it made this week. It's
24
worse.
total shots to 5.
It's worse this week than
5 on target
than the loss at Bridgeview, John, because we had them down a man. We had 89 plus minutes to pick up a single goal, and it wasn't a true home game for them. So, happy birthday, Steve Clark. Here's another fucking win. Here's your first win of the year. Why don't you go sleep in a fucking tent in the woods? Back to you, John. Your thoughts on the match, my friend. You see, Steve Clark used to sleep in a tent in the woods in college. That's why
used
that joke
to
is
or
funny.
Still does.
Yeah, no, he did in college.
He probably can't afford.
Are you sure
DC
he's not
real
still
estate,
doing it?
So yeah.
I mean,
if we lost to a homeless person that lives in the woods, then things are even worse than I thought.
I heard he's staying in a lobbyist condo for $50 a night.
Greg is a snack.
I mean, we had this conversation last week, right? Same game, same breakdown,
you just play segment 1 from last week?
lopsided stat lines.
Well, let me ask you this then: 3 losses in a row.
I didn't actually ever see their goal because I was at a birthday thing, so I missed the first half and I forgot to go back and watch it.
Oh, you missed the first minute.
Everyone was busy taking off their coat. It was like the 38th second.
Well, so was it any specific error like the week prior?
High pressure, playing out of the back.
Who gave the ball away? Do you remember?
I don't know. I mean, I was busy bending my knees to sit down. That's how fast it happened. I was inhaling and sitting down, and it happened. That's how quick. John, let me ask you this: 3 losses in a row. It's bad no matter what, right? But when it's bad no matter what when it happens in the season or how you play.
Longest losing streak in 5 years.
That said, are you less panicky because of how those 3 losses happened, or is your pitchfork still coming out? Because we were fairly dominant in all 3 of these losses.
You want to say that you feel better about them because we were so dominant, but at the end of the day, like I said last week, it doesn't fucking matter how dominant you are. If you don't score a goal, you don't win the game. That's how it goes. So, we can sit out there and have 99% possession and 18,000 shots on target or not on target, but if none of them go in the net, I don't really care at the end of the day what you did or didn't do.
Would it matter when it happens in the season? Would you be more outraged if it happened in November? I mean, obviously November.
I don't know if more outraged is the term. I think I made it pretty clear last week that I thought this was as close to a must-win game as you can get at this point in the season, simply because of how awful the opponent was. But it's nicer to have shit like this crop up now because you have time to correct for it, right? At the end of the season, if this was, the second to last, third to last game, and we're desperate for points, it feels worse. Because you can't, especially if it's the type of situation where the points are needed to maintain a playoff spot or not, things like that. Now things are still so wide open. We gave ourselves a good cushion to start the season, so we're actually still in pretty decent shape standings-wise. It's just more so, I think, not so much upsetting as it is frustrating.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you think about if we had gotten points from these...
Those are two totally different things.
Yeah. If we had gotten points from these, we could still potentially be first in the standings for the East or potentially in the league. Like, who even knows?
Did you feel that? We just crossed the ball again to no one. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like no one looks when they do things. Which is like it's just fine if you have the awareness. Like
if Kai
when I play,
out there,
well, yeah, sure. I mean, Jossie Zardes is a similar build and similar athleticism and kind of similar-ish playstyle. It theoretically should function fairly similar.
Yeah. Drabe Shranfus. Let me ask you this. You look at our options coming off the bench, all right? It struck me during the game that this could be a team that never comes from behind to pick up a point. That never does that. And I'm not saying ties won't happen, but they're more likely to come from when we're winning. And they score late against us. When Adam John and Hector Jimenez are two of your top three offensive options off the bench, you better fucking pray to Guillermo that you score more first goals than your opponents do. Your thoughts on
I just watched
options.
a goal and that build-up was really nice.
Oh,
actually.
yeah, the way they moved the ball.
It was real pretty.
It was like we were like, shit, are we starting? I mean, like usually we just kick the ball off.
If you had somehow blacked out all of the players so I couldn't see which team was doing it, I would have bet everything I owned that was the crew doing that.
Yeah. It's the 30 seconds they've been good this year.
It had everything.
But
nice quick passing, a perfect back heel, like a well taken volley.
Yeah, and they move the ball to drag people out of position to get an open shot.
They don't give you a good angle on it here, and it kind of looks like maybe a shot that
you want to talk
Zach
about
should have saved.
Not good angles.
I don't know if he touched it. Did he touch it or not?
Wait until Jossie Zardes' goal that they didn't even review.
No, this is a good shot.
Anyway, Darby, so you got Mohamed Abu, you got Hector Jimenez and Adam John as like your three. Okay, we're desperate to score a goal. I'm going to throw Hector Jimenez at you. I'm going to throw Mohamed Abu at you. I'm going to throw a left back and a center mid, a defensive holding player.
Yeah, our subs are bad.
Like what do you think when you see that?
Not bad,
it's
but
tough.
Inappropriate.
So we knew coming into the game our midfielder depth actually was pretty thin. Basically, most of our standard attacking subs were injured in some variety. Including even Grella, who hasn't yet been healthy enough to be able to contribute. Yeah, I mean, you've got one forward option off the bench. You had a bunch of wingers who were injured. Anytime your bench has two central defensive midfielders, you're going to have bad times. Like, I think by the end, I don't even know what formation we were playing. It was like there almost was no midfield. I think Abu was kind of playing like...
We switched to that thing where it's like Will's a third center back, and like everybody's just like trying to stay on the on the opponent's end of the field.
It was almost like we were playing one center back at one point, and just like the defensive...
Well, I mean, you look at the possession.
The old 1-9.
Like, why not? If you're losing and you have that much control over the game, there's no excuse. Like, I don't understand these substitutions. Like, I'm sorry, Greg. What are you doing subbing in Abu for? Like, I get the substitution of taking a central defender out at 73 minutes, down a man or down a goal. But why are you putting in Mohamed Abu? We're controlling the game. We don't need an extra center mid. And Nico Hansen is a fast little child, and he's just sitting on the bench.
I have a feeling like Nico wasn't fully healthy yet. I think he was on there just to be there. Well, and I'm pretty sure Abu came on to provide long diagonal balls.
Abu is the only person that put the ball on target in the Chicago game. So let's put a bow on this topic, because God, I can't even talk about another fucking dominating loss again. Maybe the fact that shit teams can put more defenders in the box than there are fans in the stands and beat us is maybe a good thing. I don't know. Like, maybe we need to play teams that will stand toe-to-toe with us and trade haymakers to win. And if so, wake me up when the postseason starts and remind me not to fucking watch U.S. Open Cup this year.
Right.
So maybe this is just what's going to happen when we play the crap bottom of the standing teams.
But that's not acceptable. Like, I personally chalk this loss up almost 100% to Greg Berhalter. Like, I tweeted, like, I'm ready to start, like, your seat's starting to get a little hot, from as far as I'm concerned. Like, these are unacceptable
losses. You're piling
losses.
up some kindling underneath his chair, John? Is that what you said?
Yes, that's what I said.
I knew it.
I was trying to be a little clever. You know?
I followed you on Twitter.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Morgan's Army, hashtag.
I did.
I'm excited to be a part of that.
Welcome to the Bee's Nest, or whatever our supporters group is called.
Oh, okay.
Queen Bees.
Is that what it is?
Yes, the child group that I'm in.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm the only boy in it.
Are you?
Get fucked. No. That's our saying.
I'm the only boy in it. Get fucked.
Get fucked. Yes.
That's a good name for
That's That's for the whole thing.
Yes, the kids
That's
say
not
that.
just you.
No,
the kids say that.
They said that before I got into the group.
The 10-year-old girls were like,
I think they're 8.
We're the only boy in it. Get fucked.
Get fucked. Yes. It was confusing until I became a member, John.
I believe it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, it's for real though. Like, the substitutions, I don't think makes very much sense. Like, the strategy doesn't make sense. Teams are bunkering in. They know that what our play is here. Like, at that point, you switch the strategy. You have to draw them out of the box, right? And that's not a call that the players on the field are going to be making. That's a call that the coach is making.
If they're 45 crosses, they've been told to cross the ball 45
exactly. That's
times.
what I'm saying. They've been told that is what they are to do, and they are to do nothing else. Because the draw there is, right, to get people out of the box is to not rely on those balls in, the one-timers that you have to try to hit when Jossie's trying to get this fucking ball out of the air over 4 defenders.
Yeah.
It's to shoot from outside, to start shooting from 18, 20, 22 yards out, and make these people come to you, right?
Yeah. That's Will Trapp's
And we're
job.
never doing it.
That's Tony Chani's job. If we
it
had a
is.
midfield boss, this thing would probably not be.
And we've seen Arturo crack a couple off, but it needs to be so when you realize that's what they're doing, it needs to be an immediate switch to that until they, release their pressure, their stranglehold on the box.
Make them guard you.
Right? Yeah, you pull them out. As soon as they come out, you fucking kick it out wide. Then you get your cross in.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to establish a run to establish a pass, John. I think that's how Dom Tiberi would put it. Moving on, we are 37 minutes in. And we're on the first thing of segment 1. Color impressions of the match. Darby, we go to you first. I want to know, from a color perspective, how you feel about Cruisers FC versus DC United.
I'm going to go with gray, like the color of the concrete that was the field they were playing on. That was a special kind of garbage pitch. It's not an excuse because both teams were playing on it.
Yeah.
Ball looked like shit traveling across that field.
Unbelievable. I don't know how fussball Cincinnati comes back from that. Sean Sitar, the wet boy, your color impression of the match.
I'm going to go with black, like DC's jerseys and my opinions of this team currently.
Not a rosy outlook from the wet boy.
No.
System is the star, John. System.
It didn't help that the game was going poorly, and then anytime a throw-in or something happened, they zoomed in and framed beautifully behind whoever had the ball was a country we've recently destroyed most of. Did you guys notice that? That wall along the far side was like Afghanistan, Iraq. I don't know what they were for, but they were all countries that we've fucked up in the last 2 decades. So.
Is it like the Navy Ring of Honor or something?
I have no idea.
They're playing at
our enemies?
They're playing at the stadium where the military graduates from boot camp. That's where. But I still
don't understand why those countries were listed. It was weird. It made me sad and uncomfortable.
I'll get on the fax machine and check that out.
More so than the play on the field.
Yes, because no one died because of how the crew was playing.
Well, my hopes and dreams for the future died, for sure. And that's why it says to Pam this week, John, it says, you are my stepping stone. Right. I've told you that I will use you to get a better version of you.
Donato's is not a gym.
That's exactly right.
Right.
I've said that 100 times.
Is that where she was getting pizza, right?
Last night she was at a workout class. She was
No,
drunk.
I know, but where was she for
Nobody
real?
calls it a workout
Hold on,
class.
she was drunk at a workout class?
Let me say this.
I'm going to back it up.
John, here we go. I'm going to back this up. Let me back it up like a truck. All right, here we go. Back this truck up, Drabs. Hashtag
Back this fun man up.
Yeah, here we go.
Open the doors.
Wheelbarrow
drag
on
the
Pam
screaming
is not
kids
a workout.
inside.
Open the doors. Let the kids out, John. Got to get some air on those genitals. So I said, Pam gets
Nothing
drunk.
They can't be too wet.
3, 2, 1. Edit that the fuck out. Pam got drunk on Saturday, and somebody here at Endeavor, convinced her to sign up for like a workout class, like a super hard ass like fart box. I think it was almost at the fart box.
And Pam was like, "I'm gonna go to this."
Yeah, she's like, "I'm totally gonna work out the first time like 7 years, like." Fucking it's an hour long. Like you're going to do 750.
Well, you guys
reps
I get it. She's getting married. She's trying to get into dress shape.
Yeah,
right.
She's trying to get in
Makes
her
sense.
last time I'll ever care about what I look like shape.
She's like, I better get this body attractive so that he'll put a baby, Morgan, in me.
Yeah, that's right. That's how it works. I get a baby and I put it in you. It's a little underdeveloped.
Is that why you've been running the fun van?
That's right.
You get other people's babies and you just shove them in Pam.
I see all these babies. And I'm like, where do people buy these? And so I've been following people.
Yeah, you guys belong in vaginas. What are you doing out here?
Yeah, where are you getting these things? So I'll figure it out, John. So I says to Pam, "You're my stepping stone. You're currently my second favorite woman behind Yolanda Harris,
Yolanda,
and then possibly others that I haven't met yet. Yeah, I've touched her twice, and I said my color impression of you is the color Yellow Beach, Columbus Crew. That's right, John. Yellow.
Like the soap coming out of her ass?
After she's 30, exactly. That's right.
Yellow like what, Morgan?
Yellow like the soap that comes out of her ass after she's 30.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
No, you were right.
Okay.
What if I told you there was a cure for that soap, John?
More soap?
That's right. They say the only cure for the scourge that is dating old people is dating younger people.
And now,
yeah, it's not
an ACES radio exclusive.
What does it all mean, Panther?
Cracking the code. They say it.
Everything we do is for the city.
What?
We explain it.
Who we are is for the city.
I understand you.
You reap the benefits.
What? They speak English and what? What? English, motherfucker! Do you speak it? Yeah!
And it's all for Columbus.
For Columbus indeed, Brian. Leaving because you can't stay here. That's my favorite joke from season 1. Lovely. Love it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is not Ger Explanations. You're thinking of Podcast for Columbus. So this week's Ger Explanation clip comes to us from none other than Michael Arache, also a former guest on ACES Radio.
I love hashtag Arash.
Arash. Yes. Yeah. Arash. And then hashtag genitals. Like back to back. He loves that, by the way. The guy
Genital rashes?
I talked to the guy who looks like Ron Tugnut this week, John. And I says, can we talk about the fact that after 6 months of getting bent over and knifed in the back, and also some other things, by our ownership, we still have a metric fuckload of people showing up, more than in Philadelphia, more than in Chicago, more than in Dallas. There are people showing up and traveling and going on the road and supporting this team, possibly with more passion and vigor than they had before our community was threatened to be destroyed. I said, Arache, what do you think about that? And he said, Morgan, first of all, let me stop you right there. Pam is too old for you. I said, I agree. She is disgusting. And he said,
that guy knows about putting babies in women.
That's right.
That's true.
Did you feel that? They crossed another ball to no one, and Arache's wife got pregnant again. That's right.
Oh, maybe you think maybe maybe they're aiming the balls at Arache's wife.
Oh, what? I don't have the drop in front of me, but xfiles.mp3, John.
You don't have it ready?
No, I'm on another screen.
Oh, okay.
That's right. So Arache says to me, Morgan, Pam's butt has yellow soap pouring out of it, and also he had this to say in 3, 2, 1.
The Washington Post reported that there would be a shift in the franchise's majority ownership. The largest stakeholder, an Indonesian businessman, has used his deep pockets to get shovels in the dirt at Buzzard's Point. He is now selling a chunk of his shares and handing more power to Jason Levian, an experienced sports executive who has cut through the red tape to get Audi Field built. Levian is passionate about the United's future prospects in D.C., and he is about to start spending serious money on international talent. Imagine that, United, a charter member of Major League Soccer with a proud history, has local ownership that respects its roots and is committed to long-term success in the city where the professional sport once sprang. What a concept. There weren't nearly as many people in the stands at Navy Marine Corps Stadium as there were on the croquet grounds at St. John's College or, for that matter, in the Tiemann streets downtown. Yet, among the throng that was on hand, there was a healthy smattering of crew fans wearing black and gold community kits, those jerseys issued by the fundraising branch of the hashtag Save the Crew movement. Bless these fans. Crew investor-operator Anthony Picard and the league are conspiring to steal their team away to Austin, Texas, and these fans, with knives in their backs, drive to Maryland to root for the away team. or one of the away teams. For a glorious couple of hours, they could watch soccer instead of following the latest twist regarding Ohio Revised Code 9.67. Hashtag YOLO swag 24/7 blaze. Let me smash.
Fantastic. I don't know what hashtag YOLO swag 24/7 blaze it means, drabs, but seems like the local media is all over it. Maybe this is the media episode where we say thanks to everyone who has covered this event. The Columbus Dispatch, as I choke to death on my own vomit, the Columbus Dispatch has absolutely murdered it. Andrew Erickson has been top lad. I was texting with the Stank Lord last night. I was listening to the podcast, the Soccer Fodder, whatever they call it, Speakeasy. And Erickson is such a pro that, like, he's like, such a pro that it angers me. Where I'm like, can you just have a hot take? God damn it! Can you get upset about this? But he covers it.
That's not what they're supposed to do.
Exactly.
That's Arache's job.
Arache has been editorializing the shit out of this. It's been a treat, man. And I just kind of wanted to take a minute and say thank you to the Columbus Dispatch, and also thank you to all of the fans that still support this team. Because without you, Save the Crew would not have a chance. The Columbus crew would not have a chance. So take a minute to take a deep breath, look around, appreciate what this moment is like, and appreciate the fact that regardless of being threatened to be destroyed, our community is still here. And we're not going quietly into any night. In fact, the dawn is but a few moments away.
The Dom?
The Dom. That's right. He's on his way here, John. Drab Shranfus with a B at the end.
Yeah.
Instead of double S, you just Drab Shram. Your thoughts on Dom Tiberi?
Yeah, I mean, the Dispatch has absolutely been knocking it out of the park. And frankly, full disclosure, I subscribe to their online version because of the coverage that they are providing. And that is one thing that should be said to the journalists of Columbus, is that if you cover this shit, people will come. Mm-hmm. And people will pay their monies. So, yeah, I'm gladly come regardless.
So. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, but you still have to pay your monies to come, John.
Oh.
I've been looking up people coming on the internet all week, and it's true.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to pay for that.
You don't.
You get it for free.
Yep.
But to Michael's
very generic
point...
okay, back to you, Darby.
Yeah. Hey, Precourt, sell the fucking team.
Yeah, get out of the way.
Like, seriously.
This is history. Get out of the way of history.
DC is
nobody likes you.
Like
you can't sit with us.
Yeah, no one likes you.
Yeah. And
you cannot sit with us.
Like, so the thing in DC, they're also going to be getting a baller-ass sponsorship deal as a result of their new stadium.
Who is that?
Who's who?
The sponsor.
Blood.
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember?
No, just one.
But yeah, like
they're not there yet, John.
Well, makes sense. Blood would sponsor DC, and Urine would sponsor us.
That's right.
Red versus yellow.
When we were driving to Chicago and we discovered that yellow was in fact good and blood was bad?
And blood was bad, yeah.
That was what a turn of events. Back to you, Darby.
Yeah,
watch the Mendoza Project for more information.
Part 2.
Realize that you have to spend money to make money.
Yeah.
That if you do your shitty ass stuff, you're going to get shitty ass sponsorship.
Or if you do your fucking nothing like you've done for most of the time.
Yeah, if you double down, if you commit, if you invest.
That guy bought a lot of MLS to ATX scarves.
If you put the time and the effort and the money in, the results will come. DC is in the same fucking boat that we are.
A way worse boat.
And they're now
RFK to Crew Stadium is a way worse boat.
Yeah. Like, you have a model now. Follow it.
Yeah.
Don't do this shit.
Yeah, don't just allude to Kansas City. Fucking do it. Go for it. Or just get out of the way. No, you remember that girl on Forrest Gump bus? Remember that's what she was like, sit here if you want. No, that's what we would say. If I was that girl, Drabby, I would say you cannot sit here if you don't want. Because it's the opposite. Because we don't like you. You are a stupid man. Everyone hates you. John Zadar, your thoughts on the internet clip that I just played?
Yeah, that stuff
Mostly
is great.
Gump.
I agree with things Darby said.
Yeah. That's great.
I was paying attention.
Yeah, for sure.
Spend money.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Make money. Yeah, sell the
team.
Yeah.
Let somebody else show you how the fuck it's done.
That's right. John, any last thoughts before we play the outro? Because no one has time for this.
No, nobody got time for that more.
Yeah, no. So
maybe play the long one.
You cannot sit on our bus, and the studio audience knows.
Maybe we get him to sit on the GCG bag bus.
Party bus?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's absolutely right.
So I used a pause button there. First time in ACES radio history.
The pause button?
Studio audience loves this. What a great fucking treat.
I really want John Zidar dead.
Glenn Tennis hates you. Let's get our man balls out of the way. Reminder, man of the match, game balls. That's man balls as a term too long, as opposed to Darby's penis, which is perfectly short. Darby, your 2 man balls of the week, my friend.
First man ball of the week goes to Milton Valenzuela. Congratulations. You put like 137 fucking crosses into the box and your leg didn't fall off. He's not Peruvian.
Oh, okay.
Second one goes to Steve Clark. Congratulations on figuring out how not to fuck up a big game.
Oh, my God. How does he come back from it? Probably in a tent in the
3
woods.
3 points, as it turns out.
Yeah, actually, that's true. Happy birthday, Steve Clark. Shit, Lord.
How many saves did he make, though? Did they win? Did they win because he made saves?
The ball didn't go in the net, and there were 5 shots on target, so I assume he made...
Well, a shot on target counts if it hits the post, which we did at least once, right?
Yeah. He had a non-zero number of saves.
It says he made 5 saves.
There you go.
I would question that.
Sean
they
Sitar,
weren't hard saves.
the wet boy, your 2 man balls.
2 man balls. I don't know.
Yeah, good luck.
Who would you like to give them to, Darby?
Shit, fuck. I had to work to come up with mine. Michael Arache and Andrew Erickson.
That's fine. That's fine.
Dom and Dave. You want to give your man balls to Dom and Dave.
Here you go. Here's
John's
what we'll
2
do.
man
We'll
balls go
split.
to Dom Taberry.
We'll split them. I'll give 1 to 10 TV, and I'll give 1 to the Dispatch. There you go.
I mean, it's the same parent company, but
All right.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Lovely. In the same fashion, my first man ball goes to none other than Ron Tugnut of the Blue Jackets and also of the Columbus Dispatch. As it turns out, Ron Tugnut is actually Michael Arache in disguise. My second man ball goes to none other than Andres Mendoza of Cruisers FC, switching it up this week, Drabs, for being possibly the greatest player in franchise history.
Thank you. I am quite possibly the greatest player in franchise history.
I was not talking about you.
You said Drabs, quite possibly the greatest.
Well, yeah. You might be the best player in fussball franchise history, but not Cruisers FC. This is real fussball.
Fuss boy.
If you've enjoyed the capital B's, which mean 2 small S's on segment 1, I've got some great news for you. We're coming back on segment 2. Julie is here. She's a girl, and she's great at making sandwiches. I feel like that would... Yep, I can tell by her face. That's very upsetting. I love it. I love it. She's angry. She wants to fight me. That's great. I can beat you up because I'm a man and I'm strong. Look at these muscles. Look at these. Oh. Don't laugh at that, Darby.
She would whip your ass.
I think he was laughing at the thought that you have muscles.
Tune in to find out on segment 2, Sean.
Probably dropped 40 points on him directly, too.
I'm not a good defender. I've never made that claim, ever. If you've enjoyed the shit lordery on segment 1, you suck. And you're also making a big mistake by listening to this trash podcast, not a trash pocket. We will be back after a word from local sponsors Blood in Europe. My name is the continuing champion, Morgan Hughes. I'm just going to drag this out as long as possible, Darbs.
Is this the one we don't talk over?
You're thinking of John Starr being dead.
Oh.
You're thinking of the Ralph Trudell show. Episode 12's coming up.
Okay.
All right.
As long as this isn't the one that we don't talk over to unnecessarily drag
Oh,
out.
shit, look. What? The segment outro ended. That's never happened before.
I didn't know what you were freaking out about. I thought there was like a bug on Darby or something.
It's a minute and a half
a video
long.
of a micro penis on his laptop.
I thought like a minute and a half, there's no way we would ever go that long. I could just do whatever I wanted. But, it's not every day that a fussball club is established, and, we have to talk about it. If you've enjoyed the reference to Josephine's mom on segment 1, we'll have way more on segment 2 because we made 0 on segment 1.
I'd like to talk about a few more things.
Oh, is that right, John?
I just want to see if
you have
maybe
56 seconds
so
of
we
outro
get it
music.
around to the end again.
Put that goddamn thing back.
That's your favorite. It's Kyle.
I don't want any puppets.
I found him online.
Oh, yeah?
He only costs like $5.
Aw.
If we ever need another one.
Kyle the Possum, everyone. If you've enjoyed the shit lordery on segment 1, get fucked.
If anybody wants to go on Amazon and buy a bunch of Kyles and sneak
I
them
have to
into
pee.
Morgan's trunk,
I officially have to
Walters
piss.
Also,
30 seconds.
on
We have
Amazon.
30 seconds.
if someone wants to buy some Kyles and Walters and sneak them into Morgan's car,
Channel 3 muted. Channels 5 and 6 muted. We will be right back, and you are listening to the Bills podcast known as ACES Radio.
The way we kick it in the dojo is local for show, though we paving the road that's opposed to the dodo. Going over your head like a top hat, stop that. I know you hear me spitting these hot
nerd sluts, shitlords, celebrity fans, crew union founders who are spending this week stuck in federal penitentiary prison for having a dirty beard in Montreal, Quebec. Welcome back. It is episode 81 of the trash podcast known as ACES Radio. You've made a terrible investment of your time and your emotional energy by sticking with us. From segments 1 to segment 2. How dare all of them drabs. Welcome them back to the show. Give us a little something. Give us some of that token liberal heat. I want to feel it coming off your genitals. Go ahead.
I was just noticing Alex Fisher has retweeted the Dispatch article, and there's something... I don't know, there's just
He's
things.
quoted in it, so I mean...
You're going to crack the code?
No, that's not how I roll.
All right.
So, yeah.
You want me to keep this up, though?
Yeah, could you?
We got 49 seconds of this
49
left.
seconds. What can we talk about for 49 seconds?
I don't know, but I'm sure your old ass will ramble on about something.
Oh my God, roasted.
I mean, I already forgot what we were talking about, so...
I really want Johnson our death.
That's what we were
Is
talking
that
about.
what we're doing that
John
every break today?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could, well, John, first of all, if it's okay with you, I'd like to go ahead and mute Channel 2 for the rest of our lives.
You're going to mute it?
Yeah, I'll mute it. It's never coming back.
I would love that.
All right, fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program. First time, very short time. The celebrity fan this week is Julie.
Hello.
Julie Jackson. Welcome to ACES Radio. How have you been?
Fantastic.
Great to have you. Great to finally have a girl back on the program. I've been feeling weak lately.
We had Joe.
Well, I mean,
3 weeks ago.
I mean,
You're here every week.
All right, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah, but I've been feeling weak lately. It's good to have a girl here so I can feel strong in comparison to John. That's what I'm saying. Like, girls are weak animals, and I'm a strong animal.
Right.
That makes sense.
You're a strong animal?
I'm one of the strongest.
I thought you were going to, maybe... I thought you
Talk
were
about
me
you?
and Darby.
No. How silly.
Have you seen Morgan does tons of push-ups?
Have you seen
Where?
He's got a hole cut in his floor for his acorn penis. So.
Oh, my God.
Hey, why would you... It's
Alert.
so weird.
Darby Schnarfus has
Is it
entered the
upstairs? So, Pam's on the couch downstairs and you just, see,
So what?
Well, I
She
mean,
can
she
look
can't
at
see
it?
it 'cause it's not- it's
It doesn't
not-
make any sense.
Their floors aren't a quarter of an inch thick. You can't actually see
That's
the
probably
penis.
true.
We tried to make them that thin, Darby, but it was too much money. We've looked into it. Julie, welcome back. Julie Jackson.
Sorry.
I'm glad there's a girl here, he says, then talks about his small dick.
Oh, shit. All right, we're going to start you off. First of all, no.
That's been there
Possum away
for
from me.
years.
We're going to start you off with the same question we ask of all of our celebrity guests,
Did you
and
ever notice
that
there's
is,
kind of like a poo trail on his tail?
how would crew fans know you?
Because I have purple hair.
That's a good one. That's a good. See, everyone's like, I don't think they would.
No, they definitely.
That's not
Yeah.
good. That's not good.
Also,
answer.
Yes, it is.
There are so many. You take photographs.
No. I think that
Nobody
people
knows
would,
your purple
I
hair.
think that people would know there's a girl that's a crew fan on Twitter with purple hair, and they're like, "Oh shit, that's probably okay. That's the same. That's the same crazy woman. That's
to be
that
fair-
crazy
no,
drunk woman."
I have definitely heard that before.
I actually sent Julie a message this past weekend because I was at a wedding that had a photographer with silver hair, and I'm like, "Are you at this wedding at this brewery?" And she said, "No." I'm like, "Okay, I think all girls."
The old man doesn't know
Right.
that that's
I'm
the hot
there's a
trend for girl
with
hair
a
right now.
camera and silver hair, so there's only one of those, right? No, definitely not.
How does purple hair happen? What
Well, my best
happened
friend.
in your past?
How many
Well,
hours do
okay.
you have to spend in McCalla Place?
I don't think we have time to answer that question about what happened in my past.
I think we do.
No, I don't want to go into it.
That's pretty dang cool.
Moving on. All right, so people would know you as a girl from Save the Crew that takes pictures with purple hair.
Yes.
That was the right answer. Next time you're the guest, you'll get that rug. Let's start off. Let's get simple. I want to get complex. I want to know I want to dive deep inside of you. That's what I say to people.
I'm uncomfortable.
I want to get in deep
No.
inside.
Morgan can't get deep.
Please
inside
submit
anybody.
all sexual
And that
harassment.
is what they say. They say
reports
I'm
to
uncomfortable with this, and I say
Karen Crognell, our producer.
Yeah, Karen collects those. She's got a lot of them. Where are you from originally?
Lancaster, Ohio. Which,
Where is that?
30 minutes south of here. If you just keep driving until you see cornfields and rebel flags and heroin, you've found
That
Lancaster.
does not.
You're describing Michigan.
That could be any direction.
You're not wrong.
Is it Michigan? All I heard was
close.
heroin and rebel flags.
It's close. The people generally have teeth where I'm from, though, so I don't think it's Michigan.
Oh my fucking god!
Boom.
I don't know how
Roasted.
Todd Fichtenberg comes back from that. Probably
Probably
less
by
times than-
gumming something.
Yeah, probably less times than Travis as well. Because of the no T thing, John?
Yeah. Get you up. You got it. You're great at jokes.
It's great to have you back. So you're from Lancaster. Do you pronounce it Lancaster or what are the two ways to Lancaster?
Lancaster,
Yeah, Lancaster.
which is like if you're going to
The fuck calls it
Pennsylvania.
that?
Like city people, probably.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Everybody that isn't from Lancaster calls it Lancaster.
Who else?
I've never heard anyone call it that.
Well, there are people, John.
For real?
Yeah, it's
You?
word on the street.
You?
I've said it.
Is that what they call it in the Golden Ghetto?
Is Bobby Carpenter from Lancaster?
I don't know.
I think he is.
What? I think because I know, he went to the high school.
He sure is.
By my house.
Thank you. Brian Levin
Definitely.
confirms. Okay, so you're from Lancaster. It's not really like you. This is kind of like a question that you really shouldn't ask people from Lancaster because it's like so close to Columbus. But like, what brought you here? If you are here,
Yeah. I went to Ohio State.
okay, all right, because it's only like 20 minutes away.
Depends on how fast you drive.
Depends on what time of the day.
Yes.
Here's the thing about Lancaster. If you go to Lancaster, you know you're almost there if you see giant American flags outside of like car dealerships.
Yes.
Is that true?
That's very true.
Lovely.
I like how you tell a person from Lancaster how you know you're.
Here's how
That's
you
actually
know where
really
you
accurate.
are.
Listen up. Here's how you know if you're from your
Let
house.
me tell you about your hometown, please.
So how'd you get
He's
into the Columbus crew?
mansplaining.
How'd you don't do this? Don't do that. Okay, actually, let's do this. Let's get into it. What does mansplaining mean?
Okay, let me
Are
give
you
you an
genuinely
example.
asking, or are you asking
I
for the
need-
listeners at home?
Well, because
I need to give you an example.
Okay, do it.
I was at a bar on campus, and I think I was wearing a crew shirt, and this guy came up to me and told me that he didn't know anything about soccer.
Okay.
10 minutes later, he was telling me about soccer.
Well, why is that mansplaining? Isn't that just
Because-
like a dick move?
Yeah, because girls aren't allowed to know anything.
Not a good thing.
It's the most
okay.
condescending thing in the world.
So like the implication is that like I'm explaining this to you because you're a girl and you're stupid.
Hey, stupid
Yeah.
chick,
Because
let
you're-
me
because
explain
you're a
sports
girl.
that I don't
Because-
even
yes.
watch to you.
Like
Yeah.
anytime
So-
you talk to
what?
Pam about anything,
Yeah.
you're
He's
mansplaining.
100%.
Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
This is what I'm afraid of.
Right.
Because like, what's his nuts? The guy from Austin that writes about the crew games.
Which one?
Yeah,
the
there's-
fucking guy. What's his
Phil
name?
West.
Phil West. Yeah, he coined the term like crew-splaining, and it's very hilarious to make fun of people whose communities are about to be destroyed. I love that. I hope he really feels good about what he's doing with his life. But I'm like, maybe I'm missing the boat here on the splaining thing. Is it just like anybody who talks on the internet?
What, splaining or mansplaining?
Because like, how would we crew-splain something?
I don't know.
I mean, I shouldn't.
I don't know. What's the context? What did he?
Why
How
don't
did he?
you
How did he
get
say
Phil
it?
West
You
on
get
the phone?
Fucking
You
know.
get the sentence.
I don't fucking know, man. Before I muted his ass, like he just like showed up in my mentions occasionally, talking to like a bunch of troll accounts, and I'm like, I don't even know.
I mean, he works for MLS, so what you do is you reach out to Dan Cordemanche, who's
Cordesange.
Executive Vice President of Communications, and say, I would like to talk to Phil West, please. And
Is there
then-
girl splaining, Darby? That's maybe that's a better question.
No,
Is there
because-
girl splaining?
No.
No.
No, that's like asking because
It's like reverse
mansplaining.
racism. It's not really.
Yeah,
a thing.
that's like no. There's no girl
Thank you.
splaining.
All right.
Thank you.
Like it's like that's like saying all lives matter. Like
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's a
That's a
privilege.
good way of
It's a
putting it.
privilege thing. Like
All right, I see what you're saying now. I get it. Let me
like,
mansplain.
no
to you
shit.
What I think
All
this
lives matter, bro. But all lives aren't treated equally. Like
Let me
right?
mansplain something. To
I
you.
was-
Like no shit. There's no girl splaining because
He's going
we are,
to
we're all
mansplaining to us.
All right, Julie, first of all, shut your mouth. Second of all, let me mansplain something to you real quick. All right? Girl-splaining is more offensive. Why don't we have girl entertainment television? Am I doing this right?
yeah, keep
Yeah.
going.
What about the, college fun for men?
What?
Say what?
The
What does that even
WNBA
mean?
for men.
Are you
like
mad
you
about
never see
Title
the
IX? Is that
men's National Basketball
Right, like when is
Association.
International Men's Day,
That's right.
bruh?
Yeah, like February should be Man Month, where we talk about like the advancements that men have done. Am I doing this? Is this good?
I mean, that's not really what mansplaining is, but yeah.
He's
Okay.
just
You've got the same idea.
Julie, I'll tell you. Just shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Your stupid mouth. Shut that thing.
You were
Julie,
worried about
Let me
me.
ask you this. How'd you get in the crew? Let's get back on the rails. For God's sakes. Can you get back on the rails? Let me mansplain something
You can
about segment
tell
2.
whatever version of that you want.
Would you like to host a podcast? Incidentally,
Are you asking me that? 'Cause I'm very
No.
interested
I actually,
in it.
yeah, that's a good point. Karen
Well, you-
did say she was hiring.
we're going to
for it.
Mansplain to me what the
We're going to murder
qualifications.
the fuck out of you, and Julie can run the show.
Okay, all right.
I'm
You
in.
talking to John? They're Dom to Barry. Julie, how'd you get into the crew?
an ex-boyfriend. Yeah. I was hoping we could skip that question.
You could have answered it in any way you wanted.
Yeah,
you could have lied.
but I can't lie. I'm not a liar.
Go ahead.
But shout out to Logan. He got me into the crew in the 2011 season.
Is he dead
something
now?
good?
No, he lives in Boston.
He had to mansplain somewhere else.
Yeah.
I thought originally mansplaining was when you stretched out. I thought it was like a stretching.
No,
thing.
you're thinking of man spreading. That's something different.
Oh, those are two different things.
And that's not like relevant here. That's more of like a public transportation thing where you know how like dudes instinctively sit like this because you know we have like fucking balls.
Right
and
now,
shit.
John is mansplaining spreading
But
to
the
the
thing is,
mansplainers.
they always happen at the same time. It's always at the same time.
Julie, let me talk to you. Let me mansplain summer months to you.
You can't man spread standing up.
First of all, when it gets warm
Yes,
outside,
you can.
and your genitals they expand. This is what happens.
Okay.
Okay, and you need more room for them.
Can't relate.
John, this is really hard describing this to a stupid woman. I mean, like they can't even speak English half the time. Do you read? Can you read?
No.
I'll send you an email about it. This is great.
She can't read.
Damn.
She just said that.
I'm really sorry for all of this. This is definitely the worst episode so far.
Did you really not know they were different things?
Probably not. I mean, but I'm not a hip kid, though. I mean, I stepped out on the
an
weekend.
old man.
I have a flat-brimmed hat, John, and I wore it the other day, and everyone was like, man, that guy is cool.
Did they say that?
Yeah.
What kind of hat is it?
It's a hat. It's like a
What's
flat
on
one.
it?
It says
Pam's bitch.
It says MLS to ATX.
Greetings, fellow youths.
It's an MLS to ATX hat for sure. Oh, man. Okay, so
those come with mesh backs and dad curves to their brims. Okay,
that is a trucker hat.
Okay, so you and I are working on a hat project right now, and there's an option to have bent.
No, there's not.
Oh yeah, no, there is.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, there's not.
Well, I mean, there is. You're not going to choose it.
No.
But I thought, why wouldn't you do that? It eliminates so much work you have to do on your normal hats. Because I'm from the 90s. Okay, so you get into the crew from Logan before he had to mansplain things to the people on the East Coast.
Yes.
Talk to us about the first few games you went to, because it sounds like Logan's a rough lad, and you're probably in the Nordac. To go from zero to
the first game we went to, we sat behind the benches, and I remember thinking that Aaron Schoenfeld was cute.
Oh yeah, he is. I mean, I've heard.
It was from afar.
His new girlfriend's pretty hot.
Fiance.
Oh really?
They're
They're engaged now.
Really? Is he still in Germany or some shit or Croatia?
Israel.
Yeah,
Yes.
one of those countries.
Did not
that's
know
not
that.
Here.
Did not know what.
That he wasn't here anymore. I mean, I knew
Big fan,
that
ladies
he
and gentlemen.
didn't
Big
play
fan,
for the
big
crew. I just didn't know that he went to a different country.
Yeah. Doing
Don't
very,
mansplain
very well.
to me.
Don't man.
It's not mansplaining
What's
if you
the
just
stretching
don't
one
know.
again? What's the stretching one again?
Man spreading.
Don't man spread that to her, John. How dare you? So at some point you had to decide, this is not a me and my boyfriend thing. This is a me thing. Talk to us about that. What threw you over the top other than ACES Radio?
Well, let's see. We broke up in August, this past August, and I didn't have any other friends because I dedicated my entire life to him because that's how relationships work, you know.
Nope, no one's agreeing.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, we've all been there, but it never ended well.
And I started to go to the games by myself, and I had way more fun.
Oh, really?
By myself, yeah.
So you guys did not you didn't stand in the Nordac.
Most of the time we did, but the first few times we were younger.
Well, what was it like going there for the first couple times by yourself?
A blast.
Way more fun.
Yeah, I talked to so many people.
What was the difference? At the end of the night, you had to go home and mansplain to yourself, there's a difference between this and what I did in the past. What
I
was
just
it?
felt cooler.
You looked cooler.
He just kind of
Logan was a bitch.
Just dragging me down.
Can we be honest man spreaders with ourselves right now? Logan, he can get. Oh yeah, he can't die. Oh, adamantium claws.
Oh, look, he's trying to be cool. He
I'm one of the hip
things.
kids who knows what X-Mans
I knew he was
are.
gonna. I wonder if he was gonna try to.
Guess what, John? Yeah. I've watched X-Mans. Okay, so
Which
I know
ones?
what they are. What is the second one?
Okay.
Not the movie, the second guy.
Oh,
X-Man
2.
That's right. Now it's crossed. And
you take the 2 and you turn it on itself.
Double crossed.
And it makes an X.
That's right.
And that's how you know.
Well, that's how they came up with the #, John.
Right, it was 2 X-Men together.
That's right. They crossed the X's.
And they were like, oh shit, that's one too many men.
YOLO.
Hashtag.
How do you do this every week?
I just take a nap while they're doing this.
Okay.
He's very old.
Noted.
Yeah.
All right. So was there a difference? Because I think that there's two parts of crew fandom. When you're like starting off, you're like, I don't know if I like want to. Like, how do you make friends? Like, how do you go into the Nordic and like?
Did you go to the tailgates and stuff too, or no?
There are a lot of unwritten rules. Were you like, I don't want to step on toes, but I want to meet people. What talk to us about that?
I'm a pretty social person.
Is it different for girls? Maybe that's a better question.
Let her answer the damn question.
Right.
And what about this as a follow-up? Fuck Darby.
No. Wait a minute. I'm thinking. The first game I went to by myself actually was the game that was on Halloween. And I was standing next to these guys that were dressed up, and I don't remember what they were wearing, but I thought it was totally ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I became friends with them just because I'm social.
That's why I know.
But they were kind of confused why there was a girl in the Nordic that knew all of the chants and actually knew what soccer was.
Oh, come on.
There are
that's
plenty
a
of
real
girls.
thing.
No.
Okay, so those guys have not been back or haven't been.
I don't know any of their names.
Were they actually pimped out in crew things, or were they
It
only?
was a costume. They were wearing costumes.
All right, so they were OSU bras.
They were.
Yeah. They got D-ticks.
Yeah.
And that's not just like an infection on your penis.
Say, is that a dick infection?
Just.
You get that. You get that when you manspread.
I
a
hear
lot.
that is just like
Well, it
running
comes from
rampant up and
manspreading.
down 15th
Yes.
Avenue.
Yeah.
Just like that whole.
See, you can mansplain without man-spreading, but you're risking not getting D-ticks.
Yeah.
That's what I always tell
That's the
people that.
conclusion that we have come to.
Okay, so let's talk about, let's get into what you do on outside of crew games. What do you do for a living? Like, what pays the bills? When you have the bills coming in and it's, something just happened in hockey out there.
I think that the Boston team is playing the orange team.
We'll get Brian Levin to mansplain this on in between segments.
Blue
Julie,
Jackets are on now.
people would know
they?
you as a photographer.
Yes.
Talk to us about photography to you. What is it? Can I have
it?
one?
Should I?
When did you start doing it? Why did you start doing it? Tell us some of that.
If I had $1 for every time I answered this question, I could pay my bills. But,
well, we don't have any
That's
dollars
nice.
to give
I like
you.
that.
So.
That's a good response.
think.
Morgan has dollars. You should
I'm going to
ask
use
him.
that. I'm going to use
Dollar
that.
bill, y'all.
I've said that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I come over.
Yeah.
First
Oh,
thing,
sorry. I was
in
just
the
paying
door.
my bills. Dollar
Dollar
bill,
bill,
y'all. Welcome to my home.
Dollar bill, you all.
No, so you like yesterday you were doing some shoot for the Columbus Eagles
Yeah.
FC.
Yeah.
The Birds, as they
It was
call
a
them.
blast.
Well, talk to us like you own your own. Thank you, John. Thank you. Don't do the double dick jack. I know that's you just.
You know how hard. You know how hard I had to stop myself from doing it right
I
there.
do. I'm familiar with how hard.
You know how hard I was,
I am.
and how hard it is.
So, like, you do photo things for a living.
I do.
Talk to us about it.
What do you want to know?
Why would someone hire you? For what occasion?
Well, I think the thing that I do the most often is senior portraits and engagements.
Like
stuff
for
like
Darby,
that.
who's very old. Is that what you mean
Yeah,
by senior?
like a senior
You gotta get a
citizen.
shot of him before he dies,
Celebration.
so we can remember him.
Yeah.
It's like
Something
in
else.
memorial photo.
That's
you need that.
exactly
you need that
what I
photo.
do.
That they're
You
to
dress
look
him
at.
up in goofy outfits like they do with dogs.
Yeah.
Cool.
With
Here's
bandanas.
Darby as
he
a
would-
clown.
Right? Yeah.
These are just my clothes, asshole.
How much would that shoot cost?
I don't want to answer that on here.
What-
Well,
If
you
somebody-
tell us afterwards, and we'll pay
No,
for it.
it's name your price. She wants them to overpay for this sort of
No,
stuff.
I'm legitimately interested in paying to have you dressed like a clown.
But this is not.
I will do that for. I would pay to do
This
that.
is not just like
you would pay me?
I would pay
Wait, no,
him.
No.
Definitely pay me.
There can't be no. This is
no.
no. We can't pay Darby
I
to
get
do
paid.
it.
Why?
That eliminates the humiliation. This is too off the rails for you. But the man spreading sandwiches earlier wasn't.
Well, I mean, let me mansplain
Yeah,
you the
I'd
difference,
like
John.
this Subway. I'd like a 6 foot long man spread.
You're getting played off. I can't believe you've done this.
That's the most uncomfortable thing that I've heard.
A 6 foot long man
Yeah,
spread.
I don't like that. I'm never going to Subway again.
All right, hold
You
on.
should
3,
never
2,
anyways.
1.
This is international soccer celebrity
Oh, speaking
Chris
of
Doran,
6 foot long
and
man
you're
spreads.
listening to ACES Radio.
Well done, John. Julie, you've graduated college now.
I have.
And I think that a lot of people would actually be familiar with you from your Save the Crew graduation cap.
Yes.
Talk to us about that. That's how I became aware of you.
Yeah. I don't really know what to say about that other than my mom had to help me
why'd you do
glue
it?
on the letters.
All right.
I don't
That's what
know.
moms
It
are
was
for.
just like it was when everything was happening, and I just got my cap and gown like a couple weeks after.
So this is like a winter graduation then?
Yeah, I graduated on December 17th.
Tell us how someone can get in touch with you if they want you to shoot them.
With a camera. That's right.
They can email. They can DM me on Instagram. They can email me.
What's your Instagram handle?
Julie Jackson Photo.
Julie Jackson Photo.
Is that your Twitter
how do you
also?
spell Jackson?
No.
Is that with an
What's your
X?
Twitter?
Yes. No.
right.
It's just like the
Is it
Outcast
ever
song.
with an X?
Like Bo Jackson. Oh, okay.
Sure.
The traditional Jackson.
Or like
Janet Jackson.
Like
Michael.
the white
No, I
person
wouldn't say that.
Jackson.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Alan
it's
Jackson?
like the Outcast song.
The only way you spell Jackson, right?
Except with not with an X.
But
'cause-
two. Well, no, you always if you do it with two X's. That's it's the X.
Yes.
X-Men version.
You're talking
German
about-
B.
You're talking about the guy like in the
O-N.
Mortal Kombat.
I mean, I know people with their first name is Jackson, and it's Jaxon.
Well, yeah, but that's a thing.
Please don't talk over this.
Talk over what, Morgan?
Do you want me to mansplain over this music?
splain over it,
Because
Can you Ralph splain over it?
Oh yeah, I can.
That's pretty dang cool.
Well, you said it like you've had it. You've been Ralph splained before.
I hung out with Ralph last night and the night before.
Yeah, he's,
look
he's
at
big in
you.
the Eagles.
Yeah, I love that
The
guy.
man.
Tell us about it.
I'm uncomfortable.
That's what you said to him?
So.
What, are you listening to the Ralph
Sorry,
Show?
Ralph. I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, everyone's uncomfortable when they listen to the Ralph Shoot show. That's why that's funny. Everyone hates rival podcasts.
You should like heckle Ralph whenever you can. Like
I'm
if he's doing
uncomfortable
announcing.
when you're doing that to me, when you're making me listen to your show.
Pretty dang cool.
Yeah, definitely heckle him. He loves that.
Okay, noted.
That's
Break.
pretty dang cool.
Moving on. All right, so now that we've established very, 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 like not succinctly that you're a photographer.
Yes.
How'd you get involved in Save the Crew?
Zadar slid into my DMs.
That's pretty dang cool.
Yeah,
Because
a lot of
of
women
my-
have said that over the years.
Son of a bitch.
Tell us about it, John. What'd you say
She
to her?
did. She did. That's good.
You said,
I said,
I
"What's
mean-
up,
Jane, you ignorant
Yeah.
slut.
you stupid woman?"
That's right.
Like,
That's
I'm just
exactly
trying to,
what he said.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay with the
let me
theme here.
mansplain something to you.
Right.
You're going to be photographing.
Listen, I know you don't know what soccer is,
Yeah.
That's
but
right.
there's guys and they kick a ball, and I need you to come and help us save
Jane,
them.
you ignorant slut.
That's word for word what he said.
Yeah.
Right.
You're like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds
I didn't
right. I'm
hesitate.
down.
So no, what do you do for Save the Crew? And honestly, after John slid into your DMs, like, what was? Did it take any? Was there any decision to be made, or was it absolutely yes, I'm in?
Yeah, I didn't hesitate at all.
That's the typical response.
I really didn't. I was actually trying to be involved anyway.
Okay.
So when he was like talking to me about it, I was like, yes, doing my graduation cap worked.
It really did.
Yeah.
I mean, it really did.
Yeah, that's totally why I messaged you, because your
Yeah.
graduation cap,
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
I was
But then I photographed the events back in January.
And nothing since.
Yeah, pretty much.
The event at Land Grant.
No, she did
Yes.
a great job. Your first thing
The
was our
land
State of the
grant.
Crew thing at Land Grant.
That was so much fun.
And you also did the day of action with the
Youth clinic?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a blast.
And what else have you done? You've done a lot
Not
of
much.
stuff. Good
Not
stuff.
Yeah.
much.
Did the Jersey party
Yeah.
too, right?
Oh, was that you? I thought that were people on BlackBerry 9630s. I mean, it was
Oh,
very poor quality, is what I'm saying.
You're not wrong.
Okay. Fantastic. No, my favorite picture of the entire movement is
The one of you?
Yes. Where I'm looking and I'm like, tell everyone.
What are you doing? What is
Yeah,
this?
what is
What's the
that?
hand thing?
I'm gripping the
What do you-
future, John. I'm bringing it in.
Wait, I really want to know what your favorite one is.
Give me the future, and I want to tell everyone you know about
I know which one it is. I bet
It's the girls.
It's the one
It's the girls.
girls.
Yeah.
of the chicks in
Those
the
are
in the mirror.
The
Yes.
chicks.
Yeah,
The chicks.
We're like,
They're
yeah.
8.
They're this.
they're chicks.
You're talking about the beehive.
Those girls are cool enough to be referred to as
You're,
chicks.
okay, you're not wrong. You're not
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, no, the girls where they're like, like getting ready for the
They're like doing
put
the
their-
fucking
yeah.
under eye stuff.
Yeah.
We really
stuff.
still aren't describing it. It's like the girls that are getting ready to participate in that coaching clinic.
Yeah, when
like
she was putting on her eye black.
Yes, and those 4 girls with like their little mini megaphone. It's the beehive
They're
that I'm
the
now a member of.
best.
They're the greatest.
I have all of their parents on Facebook now. It's
Good.
It's pretty great.
I would like it noted
They're the future.
that Julie was the only one of you assholes who used the correct term "eye black" in that scenario.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that's
could
what
you
it was
please
called.
explain to these casual
Should I
fuck boys how
mansplain
to
it?
soccer?
Woman-splain it to
Can you
us.
explain to me why it's a thing that's necessary and not just a goofy
It's
reason
aesthetic.
for dudes
It's
to
just-
wear a thing that makes them look scary?
You know what we should have done? We
It's an
should have.
aesthetic.
no
To
amount
prevent-
of sunlight is reflecting off your fucking cheeks to block
Totally.
block
But
your
it
vision.
would reflect off of your head because you're bald.
Well, I don't dispute that.
God, I didn't even notice that.
Plus, you didn't notice he was bald?
Well, I'm thinking of questions to ask you because like I don't really like interact with real
That's
girls.
called blackface,
that
Darby.
often.
No.
I have questions.
On the top,
Okay.
not the front. Jeez.
Darby just told me to wear blackface.
No. I'm
Wow.
I'm covering up his baldness with eye black.
Racist.
Look like there's some hair up there. Get a little spray paint, maybe.
That's not going to make it look like hair.
Take it
Bro
easy,
game.
new Greg.
I think you have to have some hair to grow back. If you grow gray.
Let me smash.
Moving on. Maybe we'll do a new segment.
Shave it from here and put it on the top. Yeah.
He's pointing at my beard, by the way, not my fucking crotch when he said shave it from here.
Interpret that how you would like out there in podcast land.
Yeah, there was an episode of Beavis and Butthead where they did that. It was funnier back then, Darby. Leave it in the past. How dare you? Maybe we'll do a new segment called Ask a Real Girl.
I'm in.
Because like, if we have questions for real girls, like I'm interested.
How many times? You got a lot built up?
Well, I just like I wonder about.
Can we
things.
see a few? Let's do it. Hold on, no. We've got her here now. Let's do a test run of
Okay,
like
here we go.
this.
Can you feel your period coming on? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Like, what is that? What is the feeling?
What is what?
Like, what's the feeling? What do you
there's
feel?
like a couple of feelings. One of them's really gross, and I'm not going to explain it.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's not how the segment works.
Yeah, that's not how Ask a Real Girl works.
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
This
so
is super on brand,
sometimes you're just,
unfortunately.
You're just standing there, talking to your friend, and all of a sudden
Same.
it feels like you just peed your pants.
Okay, no, that is your
You do that
period
all the
happening.
time, Morgan.
But no.
Unless it's not.
It happens, sometimes you just feel it, and then you're like, okay, I just started my period, and then you go and you're like, wait, I didn't start my period. Why does it feel like I peed my pants? It's a thing that happens.
But you didn't. It's coming, though. It will happen.
Yes.
Okay, so, like, you know how when you feel like you're getting a cold, and you're like, that, like, slightly sick feeling? But is there a feeling for your period? Like, I'm really interested in
There are
periods.
multiple feelings.
I'm not opposed to this segment, but why are you choosing to ask Julie right now and not Pam?
Because I don't like talking to Pam.
And Pam doesn't like talking to him.
Yeah. Pam's my stepping stone.
Okay.
Yeah. To Yolanda Harris.
Right.
All right.
Well, maybe she'll-
You know what? I can't wait for next episode.
We're just going to stop
Ask
there?
A Real Girl. Yeah.
You don't have any others?
I feel like there are a lot of other questions.
I feel like there are as
Yeah.
well.
Well, okay, so you know when they talk about your
Please.
biological clock ticking?
Yeah.
You're young enough to really not feel that yet, but there has to, I want to know, about the longing that women feel to procreate, because I don't feel that.
I don't feel that either.
Yes, you do.
The hell I do.
You never want to have sex?
No, sex is
That
different.
is
No, not
way
for
different.
dudes, because that's all it is for dudes, right? Is the sex part of it. That's all we have to do.
Wait, mansplain to me what that means.
The sex part of it?
The sex?
It's when a man
there's a
has
bird
feelings for a
and
woman,
there's
does
a
not necessarily
bee.
love her. That's not involved at all.
A man can
But
have
just
feelings for a man as well.
Okay, yeah. When a man
Thank you.
sees a hole that he wants to be in,
But that has
he
nothing to do
gets
with
that hole wet,
procreating.
either
Wow.
biologically
It's like
or
he's
through
done
the
this
use
before.
of human
He's
created
seen some
fluids.
videos online.
It's like when Donald Trump thinks, this is what rich people should be like. John's the same way with sex.
I shouldn't have told my mom that.
I've
I
had it
on
before.
This podcast.
You take your pants off, you put them on your head,
gonna
you start
listen?
My
running
mom's
around.
definitely going to listen.
Oh
to
no,
this.
your mom liked me until 5 seconds ago.
My mom's chill. My mom's my bitch.
Let's-
I love
Oh,
her.
you just called her a bitch. I believe
She
you.
is my bitch.
I know.
You should have your mom come
verified.
on.
Everyone stop talking and say that again. My
We
mom
actually
is
have a
my bitch.
great
My
track
mom
record
is
with
my
moms.
bitch.
Can we have Miss Jackson?
Morgan's trying to make
Yeah.
it drop, I think, here.
Moving on. So,
What are you doing? What are you doing over there?
I'm touching these buttons. I do that sometimes when I feel like the segment is going way too long. Okay, so I can't wait for the next edition of Ask a Real Girl.
Me
It's
either.
going to be great. So, talk to us about October 16th. This is before you got heavily balls deep from a girl perspective. Girls explain what balls
Ovary deep,
means.
I think, right?
When you got
Isn't that
before you
right?
got
Fallopian
ovary
tube
deep,
deep.
in
Fallopian.
the Save the Crew movement. October 16th happens. Talk to us about that night, or if you didn't hear about it that
Yeah.
night, the next day.
So, let me think. I was actually staying at a friend's apartment that night because I was commuting that last semester. I was sleeping on their couch when I found out. But the reason I was staying there is because my dad was having brain surgery the next morning.
Jesus.
So basically, that was when my depression, when I found out that Anthony Precourt was a terrible human being.
So you
that
were
was
in
when I was
already a horrible place.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I was already
anybody
really
else.
anxious.
Yeah, because you
I win.
instantly win.
I win.
Yeah.
Anthony
Yeah.
Precourt ruined my life.
How late were you up that night?
Probably 2:30, 3.
What did you do? What was your first, did you find out via Twitter?
Yes.
So you started texting people, I'm guessing?
Yes. All of my ex-boyfriend's friends.
All right.
But not him.
Yeah. No, you guys probably don't talk anymore.
We do now.
Girl, explain to me how that works.
How texting works? An SMS text message?
Like, why do you have to hit it 3 times for the letter O?
Are you talking about T9?
Are you talking about texting, or are you talking about something else? Because I don't think you meant for that to be a really actually clever innuendo, but it was.
Yeah, to be fair. Morgan hasn't hit it no matter how many times.
Men throughout the years have wondered why they had to hit it 3 times for the O.
Let's save that question for Ask a Real Girl.
I'm ready for the answer now.
My mom doesn't want to hear about that.
Where was that kind of
I'm sorry,
banter
Miss Jackson.
with Dave and Dom?
Oh, God.
I'd like to see you cover
That's
that.
another thing.
No, we did not.
If I had $1 for every time somebody's saying outcast to me, I wouldn't even have to take photos to make money.
That's a shame.
If only there was a way
hilarious.
People paid you for those kind of things.
Yeah.
So talk to us about the next day when the Save the Crew movement really took off, when Darby invented saving the crew.
Hashtag Darb's Army.
Oh, shit.
Darb's Army.
Darbs'll
When Darby personally saw to it that soccer would not die in this country, were you like, I want to sleep with him? Even though he's very old.
Just near him, right?
Yes.
Like to keep him warm because he's so old.
I even knew who he was. I was like, I feel like there's just this guy that I just want to sleep with.
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but I can see his face.
Just so that he doesn't die from it being cold.
Yeah.
He's very frail.
Darby's turning the color of his microphone.
I am so comfortable right now. You people have no idea.
How do you think she felt? She was describing a period's work 10 minutes ago. to 3 adult men.
And Morgan made her bring up brain surgery. And
I used to live in a house with 5 guys. Not the restaurant. Everybody says that. But
the burger joint.
Yeah.
I get it.
5 Guys Burgers and Fries.
Hey, that's not a house though. So
Don't ever go on a date with anyone who makes that joke. The sorry Miss Jackson thing.
Noted.
That's very funny.
I agree because that's like yeah. But what?
Okay. What were you going at that story?
I think I was saying that I had to.
It's true.
Women-splain a lot of things to those boys.
Yeah, no, I knew this was going to happen. I knew we were going to be off the. I knew that you're a ball buster.
Girl?
No, you're a ball buster, and you're our friend. And those segments always go off.
I would like
the
to point
rails.
out that she took to the microphone, and we didn't have to tell her to do it.
That's a good point. Yeah,
which is rare.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Remember Brent Miller last week?
Girl.
Yeah,
remember Brent Miller?
Who's that?
Exactly.
What?
It's not a euphemism. He actually meant that as like a.
No, I knew. I can tell when he's being sarcastic.
We're like, hey, Brent, what's your score prediction? And he's like,
It's like a 7-5. Anthony Precard is moving the team.
Like, what? You got further away from the microphone. Why?
That's how they work, Morgan.
Yeah. All right, Julie, second to last question. We call this the Greg Benson question. Greg can't go to sleep at night without his magic poopies.
Doesn't even have any idea who that is.
He's a very old man. He's a racist from Hollywood. What does the crew mean to you?
That's a tough question. I feel like it means 2 different things. The crew's why I care about soccer in general. They're why I pay attention to all soccer.
Are you washing your butt over there? What are you doing?
Yeah, he is.
Clapping.
He definitely.
Oh wow, it is getting vicious. It's a real dirty butt.
Everything that is in the Columbus crew. I love it. I love that answer.
And they're my favorite part of my favorite city. I wear crew apparel on purpose so that I can talk to people about the crew in Columbus.
Nice. It's a good answer. I thought Ryan Roberts was going to be the best of this, but you've
Didn't you say that on the last episode?
I've never said that.
You definitely did.
But he might actually mean it this time.
Maybe. I never did.
You haven't clapped.
I never meant that about him. I didn't even think his answer was great.
Yeah, like 80% of the shit that comes out of his mouth he doesn't mean.
John, I value you as a friend. That was very funny. Last question, and we will blissfully mansplain things to you in the break, including what it's like to
get man periods.
Yeah,
yeah. You
like
can take.
What
you can
we
do
feel
that.
like when we are about to have our periods.
Yeah,
like
because I'm sure it sucks big time.
Oh my god,
it's probably like you probably can't go to work.
I mean, if you think, just imagine blood gushing from your testicles.
Can't relate.
It's like a sponge. You know how
it
comes out. It comes out from all directions.
No.
What?
Given Morgan's diet, about once a month, he has cramps and liquid comes out of his.
Yeah, can we talk about how Morgan almost exclusively eats things that are known to have cause anal leakage?
Right. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Morgan's man period are just
You just reminded me of Chandler Bing.
diarrhea.
What does that even mean? I'm not even sure what that means.
I'm pretty 100% confident that you only eat like chips and cookies.
Right. No vegetables.
And pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like
cereal.
That amount of dairy and carbs.
That does not cause anal leakage.
Anal leakage.
What are we even talking about?
Anal leakage.
That's
Yeah.
not. Well, I mean,
Lots
Morgan,
of those things. You go back and look.
Are you
anal
talking about
leakage.
like the normal leakage that happens out of everyone's anus, John?
Morgan, you're
No,
shitting yourself.
there is no
right
normal
now.
leakage.
Like the normal amount of leakage.
No, poop
that
comes
comes out all the
Girls
time.
don't poop or fart, right?
I've heard
That's
that.
very true.
I've heard that. Not until they hit 30 at least.
Listen up, Pam. Pam.
If that's your real name.
We were looking at this house that we're in contract for, and I was like,
Did she
Pam,
have to try the pooper?
No. Well, she doesn't poop. First of all. Second of all, I'd like Pam. I'd like
What
to.
is she washing out of her butt crack then?
But isn't that the question? Isn't that the question?
No.
Next week.
That
on
is the
Ask a
answer.
Real Girl.
I was like, Pam, I'd like to draw your attention to the window next to the toilet and how it can go up, and you could just
Like
not-
open?
Like
What do you mean up?
when Pam drops a giant deuce, right?
Oh,
Like-
you want it. You mean to air the room
Correct.
out. Yeah, okay. Yes.
So she does one of two things. She will spray like just the most insignificant amount of room spray or whatever, like potpourri spray, and then
Potpourri.
just like go away, then leave. Or she will shut the door with like not the fan on and not
Wait,
the window
she
open.
like it contains it intentionally?
I don't know what
Is she like trying to
That is
hide
so
it? Like
I don't even know
funny.
what she's trying to fucking do.
She's like hotboxing in
Yes,
the head.
she's trying
I
to.
love this. I
yes.
love that she does that.
so
by the way,
stupid. I'm
I'm
like,
glad to know that you're
man,
just
she-
constantly walking into rooms of fart.
oh my
I
god.
love that. I love her.
And first of all, like a girl pee and girl poop is very, very distinguishable. Like like when
Is
Pam-
it though?
Oh my god!
I'm sorry,
yes.
what?
Yeah,
Like
there's a
I can
difference
tell the
between girl
pee from the
poop.
poop? Of course.
Well, yeah, no, I mean like
Or you mean I can tell girl pee from man pee?
that.
No.
Oh, what are you talking about? Girl pee is so
No.
distinctive.
Okay, what makes it different?
Well, one smells like girl piss and one doesn't. One doesn't smell like any piss.
I have nothing
You're just
to say.
used to your own pee smell.
Well, everyone is, John. First of all, Pam's piss is just like it could clear a room.
It's probably she probably doesn't consume water.
Well, that's what, yeah, I don't allow that.
Right? Yeah, I know.
Jesus Christ. How much of this episode are we going to have to edit out? Let's ask the last question and get you out of here. How can AGS attack be stopped? The correct answer is Pam's piss.
No, I think,
Apparently. Put him in
Tell
a
her
put
what
him
the
in
right
the
answer
have
is.
to-
put him in the room after the bathroom's been closed
Stop
for
mansplaining
4 hours.
you have to suffocate them with Don Garber's ears.
I don't even get that.
Because
Have you not seen his ears?
I'm just so focused on other things about him. Like his sweet,
what
sweet
his-
ass.
When I look
smells.
at Don Garber, the first thing I notice is his ears.
No, he does have large
It's
ears,
like
you're right.
worse than Obama.
You know what I realized the other day is that when Merrim buzzed his head, he kind of looks like Don Garber in the past. Like
I love him,
Miriam has the ears
Who?
too.
Justin Merrim.
What? Like because he looks like Don Garber?
No,
Oh, okay.
I just think he's funny.
We were getting
Looking?
along so well this
Looking?
episode until you
Well, that's-
talked
Got
about
real
how much
big
you love
ears.
Justin
It is
Merriman.
great when he roasts Morgan. That is pretty funny.
That's good.
Who?
That's true.
Justin Merriman.
Justin Merriman?
Yeah.
He would never. He would never. Why do you love him? And then we'll leave. Forever.
Well, he has a big head, first of all, and I love that. I admire that about him.
Physically.
Thank you.
It's large.
But I think he's funny. I watch all the off the post videos.
I feel like he gets carried by Josh Williams in that.
Yes, those are so funny.
Oh, look at this guy. He's been working
And
out all day.
none of
Oh,
them
is he here?
Matt
clown.
Lamson was always the king of
My
off
name's
the
Justin
post,
Merriman
incidentally.
here, John.
He was so
I
good.
don't think I watched back that far.
That was before 2011.
If you've enjoyed the show
shit,
program
I'm
on
old.
segment
Wasn't it?
two,
Well, I'm.
He's been gone for a while.
my name is Justin Merriam. Thank you, Julie Jackson, for coming. Look at this guy. He's a
That's
clown.
terrible. That's a terrible.
Sounds like Justin
No,
Merriman.
it's pretty
No.
good, actually.
It's actually pretty accurate.
You have to slur all your words together.
Oh, you're thinking of Chad Marshall in his last year for Cruisers FC. You're thinking
Talk about someone who only eats things that cause anal leakage.
You're thinking of a breadstick-induced coma. Thank you to Julie Jackson for stopping by on segment 2. If you want to hook up with her for a photography session, go to Julie Jackson Photography on, is that it? On Instagram?
Pimp your shit.
It's Julie Jackson Photo on Instagram, juliejacksonphoto@gmail.com, and then my website is juliejacksonphoto.com.
Do it. You won't regret it. Much like Olean potato chips, nothing could go wrong.
See, he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Sugar-free lemon heads, as it turns out.
Again, we've played too much of the segment.
Sorry,
outro. I have
what?
to start it over again.
Yeah.
Why do you know about a specific product?
Because I bought some and didn't read the label. Yeah. Where it's
Is it happening right now?
No, this was a couple of days ago.
Oh.
I posted it on Twitter. Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, of course.
Yeah, no, you eat like...
When I have embarrassing bodily functions, I always immediately post them to social media.
If you enjoy stories about an old man shitting his pants due to sugar-free candy somehow, come back for segment 3. Man,
it was
Jesus
hard
Christ.
candy, too.
Yeah. Like, what did they do to sugar-free? Anyway,
why are you
who
buying
cares?
that?
Because I have a weakness for candy.
Oh, mad respect. Gotta respect that.
Yeah.
That's authentic as hell. If you've enjoyed the shitlordery on segment 2, we've got more coming up on segment 3. Your hot takes and more. Battle for the grand prize. Weather reports. Cruisers and raccoons alike. John Clem's in prison, and you're listening to ACES Radio.
Hot, sicker than your average. Down like goose and I'm fly like Maverick. With a savage attack in a mouth like a mash spitting fuego. Homie, it ain't tricking if it's magic illusions. Indubitably juvenile. My crew can do it and we do it well. Rock around the clock all across the nation. Got a lot of sky miles and a reputation of making earthquakes every time we land. Cause stopping in an option or a part of the plan. Fools get to fuming while I'm running on jet fuel. Now pay close attention cause I'm ready to let you know what I'm all about, child. I got that style that you come to love. And I'ma stay fly till the day I die. Spitting fresh to death from above. Get it, David F. Man. You don't stop. David. You don't stop. We came to rock it till the city takes off. Mr. Captain. Yeah. I'm an ace pilot. Yeah. I wanna spin my wings and fly. To all the people in coach. Yeah. To my first class folks. Yeah. We'll show you how to scrape the sky.
Not too late. You're not going to miss anything for real.
Baby.
Let's go.
Ignorant sluts, shitlords, celebrity fans, people talking in the microphones over intros. Michael Arache alike. Welcome back. It is episode 81 of ACES Radio. We are, for the second time, here on segment 3. What a rare treat. What's happening? Honestly, like, I feel like, Darby, you're about to say something. What's has the crew been saved? Michael Arache has just called me in the middle of periscoping from my phone, so the feed cut off. So we have to re-record segment 3. We had 30 entire seconds. It was great. So now I'm nervous. I feel like the crew is saved. Is someone on Twitter to check whether or not something's been saved or not? No?
I have the hot takes pulled up so that I can...
I didn't see nothing about the crew.
John's not even wearing his headset. He's just yawning into the microphone on
Are we
Periscope.
recording again?
Yes.
Oh.
We're
I thought you were literally trying to solve the Arash problem.
Why would I be doing that with an intro?
Why did you do it the first time with the intro?
Are Kanye West tweets.
That's unfortunate. He's a
what does that mean?
He's been tweeting
mentally
for 72
unstable,
straight
crazy
hours.
person.
Well, yeah, and he's just saying like
Just
platitudes
so
that
many
other
things.
people invented, and people are like, "Oh my god, he's being so deep today." Yeah, congratulations.
Sometimes people need reminders.
So do you think he's breaking up with his girlfriend?
That would be the trend now,
No,
right?
I was going to say he's not Tristan Thompson.
Who else is breaking up with their girlfriend, John?
Probably you.
I'm about to. Right before the wedding. Pam, it's not like I don't want to stop like doing our thing. I just don't want to date you anymore. Is
Right.
what I would
Well,
say.
I don't think you'd be. I think that's probably a bad time
Let
to
me
do that because you're
mansplain
going to
this.
not be dating her
Anyway.
even if you go through with the wedding.
Exactly.
Like we can still have the wedding. I just won't marry you. Is what I would say. We can have a wedding. You can wear a dress.
When are you planning on doing this?
Right before the wedding. John.
Like minutes before?
Yeah, like when we're in the wedding.
Oh, like
Like
wedding's
as
happening.
she's walking
Like after
toward
she's
you.
walked down the aisle.
I'll
when
be-
she gets there, you're
That's
like,
right.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, Pam.
Fancy meeting you.
Good to see you.
At this place.
Please come down to the front.
I have something I'd like to speak to you about in front of all of our loved ones.
That's right. In front of your parents and my
Yeah,
parents.
right.
This is over. I'm not.
Do you need a photographer for this event?
I was going to say, I don't know if they've hired anyone, but I would like to hire someone for that event.
I'm
like
on
I
it.
would know if we had a photographer. I have no fucking clue.
How were the donuts?
I literally we did do a donut tasting recently.
Yes. I was
will
gonna,
have
Those were
donuts.
damn fine donuts.
Back
They
when I
were.
thought I was going to get married, that's what I was going to do instead
Back
of
when
a
I
cake.
thought I was
Oh
going to
my
get married, I ate
goodness.
donuts.
That was the saddest thing.
I didn't actually mean it to be sad. I was being serious. All right.
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
And go into it a little bit more?
What kind of
Maybe
donuts?
some depth.
I just like donuts.
What kind?
Blueberry.
Those are actually really fucking good.
those are
Blueberry
great.
cake donuts.
The blueberry donuts and the maple
Yes.
bacon at Buckeye
Okay,
Donuts.
without the bacon, though.
Julie, what if I
Well,
told
I mean,
you
you're
there was
a- you're-
a cure for the
be
scourge
wrong.
that is eating a lot of donuts after you break up with someone?
Is it anal leakage?
That's right, John. They say the only cure for the scourge that is breaking up with someone is anal leakage.
Nothing is impossible. Make your dreams come true.
And now, an ACES radio exclusive. The battle for the grand prize. Hot takes from the massive.
And you're not going to stop there. We got the grand prize.
Hot takes from Twitter.
He's heating up.
Hot takes
He's on fire.
from you.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't, Walter.
If someone would have told you that instead of all of the emotions that came with breaking up with someone, instead you just had a week of anal leakage, would you take that deal?
Nobody said anything.
I mean, nobody said no.
Right.
You're not wrong.
I heard 3 affirmatives.
I'm still thinking about it.
I mean, how much
It
anal
depends.
leakage are we talking
I'm
about?
saying a week.
Depends.
I said a week
Okay,
straight.
if it's the same week as my period, then sure, because whatever.
That's some respectable fucking logic,
Right?
actually.
Yeah.
Like,
You're like 2
I
birds,
dig
one
it.
stone.
Right.
Yeah.
You're already
And
like.
in a week, I'm
you're
fucking
already.
fine and good to go.
Here's the question: what do you think works better to contain anal leakage?
Oh.
A toilet.
A tampon or a pad?
Oh my god. Pads are the worst.
Okay, there you go. I'll take her word for it. So you're going tampon in the butt?
Oh, okay, wait a minute. I didn't even think about that.
Oh my God, episode 81. Welcome back. If you were thinking about...
Where else would the tampon go?
You're not wrong, but like...
Not in your butt. You don't want to put it there.
But if that's where the leak is?
Wait, you
Well,
only put tampons in your butt when they're soaked with alcohol.
Hey, everybody on Periscope, welcome to episode 81 of ACES Radio. You're going to love segments 1 and 2. You're going to love them. Before we move on to the subreddit known as the Massive, lads...
And lasses.
I'd like to, if it's all right with you, Alex Thomas, go ahead and read the overall standings. In first place, ACES Stefan with 6 points. Also in first place, big mover this week, Greeley Bad Ideas. Both tied in first place with 6 points. Followed by Spikehead Lyndon B, Moving the Fuck On, and ACES Archives. All tied for third place with 4 points. Top Lad Dave and Hotel.
What was that?
Bob. Tied for sixth place with 3 points apiece. In second place with 8 points each, The Ralph Shudell Show, Gregulator 420, Hi Darbs, It's Kellyanne, Mike Hudson Sucks, He Certainly Does, A Logjam, Pam Soapy Butt, Vicious Bike, and When Aces Radio Was Good. The gaggle fuck of celebrity fans is as follows. Pickled Peppers, Aces Radio, Tiger Beat 96, Darling Thief, Spikehead Ladybird, Eric Bobbitt, In Love and Varzia, Skeets McTaz, and Darby's Fan Club, all tied with 1 point apiece. Bringing up the rear this week, Drabs, and getting the bulk, Bob O'Shaughnessy, with -1 point. Bob O'Shaughnessy. We move now to the subreddit known as The Massive, where I remind you, lads, these hot takes are organized automatically by their level of fiery fucking hotness. Top upvoted post this week comes to us from none other than ACES Archive with 5 points. Quote, I know I might be in the minority here, but I feel like the Casey red card was just. If you take a close look at the replay of the foul, you will notice Connor trying to stuff at least 3, maybe 4 donuts into the Philadelphia player's shirt.
How topical.
MLS rules clearly state that no baked goods are allowed on the field of play, and maybe Connor was trying to pass them off as the other guy's donuts. I wouldn't be surprised if he was suspended more than 1 game because he had similar infringements in the past. Hashtag Throwback Thursday, end quote.
How about new?
Drabby Schranfis, your thoughts?
I like it. Aces Archive doing good. Like finding those funny things from the past.
Isn't
And
it just
as
like
John mentioned, very topical because we literally have been talking about donuts tonight.
Have we?
I mean, you haven't because you've been off doing, I don't know, whatever the fuck it is you do.
Saving the crew?
Mansplaining.
Yeah. Oh, mansplaining.
Yeah.
Manspreading?
Yeah, that thing. In the meantime, we were all talking about how amazing blueberry donuts
Is
are.
manspreading part of like cleanup for anal leakage? Like I think you got to do some of that to get up in there.
Only one person in this room would know.
How about new?
Moving on from user Zappalicious with 2 points. Quote, okay, all right.
This is going to work really well for audio, everyone.
So it's basically all of the teams in the league that are new, but they have like really weird like accents all over them, just like Football Club Cincinnati, except it's football. Hashtag foosball's the devil. Hashtag hell is real. Hashtag fuck Chicago. End quote.
Stank Lord.
Julie Jackson, your thoughts?
I wasn't paying
She
attention.
wasn't listening.
But I do have a question.
Okay.
How old is Connor Casey?
Now?
Because Okay.
I mean, mid-30s.
Like 107.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, like 107.
Give or take 5 years.
Old enough to be completely bald and irrelevant.
Cool.
Yeah, except if he ever played again against the Crew, and he'd have 100 goals.
And 1 for 2.
Not only did you describe Connor Casey, who coaches for Colorado, you also just described Tim Howard.
Boom.
True.
Roasted.
Moving on from user Columbus Lad with 2 points. Quote, John Zadar, why haven't you saved the Crew yet? End quote. Sean Sitar, your thoughts?
Anal leakage. I agree. That's how I booed it as well, but it did not stop the flow.
Yeah.
Can't believe you've done this.
That's the only acceptable
Poopy
reason.
Pants?
Anal leakage.
Moving on. From
A lot of
user-
people say what I do could be done on a toilet.
Mr. Poopy Pants?
From user Super Mario Twins with 1 point. Quote, hey kids, it's me, Mario. Why you leave the room and let the adults talk? Okay, here we go. Woohoo! Are they gone? Okay, Hughes, it's not Super Mario Twins, it's Bras. Dude, you seen Luigi, right? The fucker is tall, wears green, can't drive a cart for shit, and looks like a nothing to me. Keep a saying Super Mario Twins. You may end up with a turtle shell up at your ass, or find yourself sleeping with the fishes and stank leg, if you know what I mean, okay? I'd hate for you to wake up in a bed one morning with a horse's head or a burnt pizza laying next to you. Oh, wait, in that last example, you probably already have. Oh, woohoo! Also, if you don't mind, tell Solana Max he doesn't have to overhead clap to celebration every time he finish on stage. Hashtag builds a mafia. Yep, end quote.
Hashtag mafia.
I just did a bunch of A's and I stopped reading.
Not even at the right parts.
Yeah, well, whatever. Get fucked, Drabs. Jarvis Narvis, your thoughts?
I appreciate the Mario Kart references. I think you bungled the last one, about doing celebration every time he finishes.
Darby Schnarfus has
finishes
entered
a
the game.
stage.
Bullshit.
Not finishes on stage. That's a very different thing.
Yeah.
If you finish on stage, you're probably going to get arrested.
You're goddamn right. Arrested again. Arrested again. Moving on. From user Ron T with 1 point. Quote, we're already into the 1-pointers. Jesus Christ, people.
There are multiple negative point hot takes in
I
there.
don't think we need to read
people
those
are
ones.
doing this shit
We
wrong.
don't read those ones.
John's favorite episode
Somebody
yet.
is mass downvoting, I believe.
Well, we got a brigade
Dave
going on?
Greeley.
Or probably FC Columbus.
Greg Benson.
Hashtag Morgan's Army.
Hashtag John Zadar's Army. John Zadar saved the Crew.
Jean Czar.
Jean Dar. Are the Blue Jackets winning yet? We were down 1-0.
No, it's still 1-0.
1-0.
Guys, this is how it goes, okay?
Yeah.
Mansplain.
Moving on.
I'm telling the men.
From user Ron__T with 1 point. Quote, in honor of Morgan's amazing performance with Dom and Dave on what I want to say was an infomercial for a treatment for male pattern baldness. John's washing his butt. I thought I would provide Morgan with some questions to ask the other panelists on this week's edition of ACES Weekly. You've seen them yell at each other in a poorly lit room on shaky cell phone feed.
That couldn't be more accurate.
How dare you, Ron T. But now it's time to stuff it up. This is literally how the article on 10TV's website starts. You can't make this shit up. Julie, on your website, you state that, quote, I don't like to test the waters with my passions. When they hit me, I dive right in. This rings true for my relationships, my hobbies, my celebrity crushes, and especially for photography. Who is your celebrity crush? And follow up, if you had to photograph one of the people in this room in a bikini, who would it be? John, your Twitter profile states that you are a cooking enthusiast. What kind of food would you equate to the hashtag Save the Crew movement and why? Follow up, what dish would you make out of Walter the Raccoon's corpse? Drabby, in 1867, you were committed to the Massachusetts Asylum for the old and insane.
Oh, shit.
After the brutal rape, murder, and dismemberment of 2 girls and their horse?
I like to think he raped just the horse.
How do you feel
I
that
have
experience, including the 37 years the asylum, has helped you make a career of helping geriatric white women get to sleep at night in Columbus? Hashtag bring back Walter. Sweet mother of God. We're going to start with you, Julie. Now, if you had to, let's start with who is your biggest celebrity crush?
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars, and that is who does he play for?
Good question.
Like a
Lemmy Smash.
An Italian player. Fantastic.
Yeah.
If you had to photograph one of the people in this room in a bikini, who would it be?
I'm having trouble deciding.
Brian Levinson, right over
I
there.
think definitely him.
Brian Levinson.
The less traumatic answer to this is yourself in a mirror.
I was thinking about that, but
if only you were smart like a man.
I didn't want to sound narcissistic, and he has really nice
good thing
facial
that
hair.
you haven't done that at all.
Oh, you think you're so cool with your ability to grow
But
facial hair?
does the carpet match the drapes?
Don't answer. Please don't answer that.
It just continues.
It's all one.
Even better.
I can see your neck and chest. How does it connect?
It's all one hair.
The back. It goes in the back.
Oh, isn't that called the legend? Steve Chashin and Duncan do that, don't they?
Oh my god.
Pretty damn cool. You have one hair that goes from your head to your... Okay.
No regrets.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
A single hair?
Sean Sitar, your Twitter profile states that you're a cooking enthusiast. What kind of food would you equate to the Save the Crew movement and why?
I make all kinds of things. I don't know. So the Save the Crew movement?
Yes, exactly.
Probably like pizza because it's delicious and everyone
Pizza's
loves
great.
it.
Yeah, that is great. My answer is pizza, GCG Bag TV. Follow-up, what dish would you make out of Walter the Raccoon's corpse?
I'd probably remove the colon and chop it into rings and then deep fry it and then serve it to Morgan and tell him it was calamari.
I like calamari.
I know.
Why would you do that to me?
You know that's like at least 50% of calamari on the market is actually pig anus?
Like each calamari ring is one pig butthole?
I mean, you could potentially be eating a plate of nothing but pig anus.
That's fine.
Reasons I don't eat meat.
Are we talking about pig anus or pig butthole?
No. Like, hold on a
difference?
second. I'm going to need you to elaborate on what you think an anus is.
It's the whole butt.
Like cheeks and all?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's
I
the
would
whole
not
butt.
say the anus describes the whole butt.
Well, the anus can
That
go
is what the
inside.
word butt is for.
Right.
That's right. Also, it's the word anus, though.
No,
is
the
what people
anus
say.
is just the exterior muscle, I think.
No, I'm pretty sure the word on the street is that anus is the whole butt.
Like, you would need to relax the anus to get the
If anybody-
tampon in for this.
But if
the
anybody
leakage.
knows about anuses, it's definitely Morgan.
Right, he's a 3-4 man.
I'm a 3-4 man.
He's usually digging for poo.
Driving. Those two hashtags don't have anything to do with
Oh,
each
those
other.
aren't related?
Can we just skip my
You have them back to back on your board.
In 1867, Drabby, you were committed to the Massachusetts Asylum for the Old and Insane.
Please explain yourself.
How do you feel that experience, including the 37 years at the asylum, has helped you make a career out of helping geriatric white women get to sleep at night?
Fuck you.
That's the worst episode ever.
Why is it like everybody else gets a funny and I get the shit ass like
it was
you rape children
dark.
and horse.
Shit anus.
And how does that help you
Darby
put
Sharfus
old
has
ladies
entered the
to
game.
sleep? What the fuck, dude?
Oh, shit. Moving on from user segment 3
It's
bot.
the horse that really did it for me.
With
Right. I was like, oh yeah, it would have been bad if you just raped 2 girls, but the horse that threw
That's what the horse sounded
That's
like
the
while
horse.
Darby was having his way with
That's
it.
what
Yeah.
a horse sounds like.
Yeah.
Moving on. From user segment 3 bot with score hidden. Quote, just here to make this segment longer, end quote.
Yeah, that's right. It's a lot of backs. Johnson Art, Deanna Troy, French Stewart was on Third Rock from the Sun in the 90s. Patrick Stewart, Patrick Swayze.
Pain don't hurt, John.
What happened there
Your
with the
thoughts
audio?
On the, Blue
You
Giants.
just quoted Roadhouse.
It like died weird in my headset.
Okay. Your thoughts on that?
Oh, what am I talking about?
Moving on from
Segment
user
3 bot.
Lord of the Quits
No.
with 2 points. Quote,
Karen Quinelli picture.
I know I said I quit hot takes, but some old man from Save the Crew kept forwarding me emails for others. I think this was meant for Morgan from team at MLS2ATX.com. 2, Mrs. Morgan Hughes. Quote, thanks for your interest in a career in the supporter arts. At this time, we regret to inform you we've chosen to pursue parallel paths with another candidate. Please review our additional Authentically Austin openings to see if you're a fit. Submit an application and butt soap sample for any of the following roles: stadium banner painter, internet troll, parking lot mega party leader, skateboard flag waving superfan, director of beer-based culture, internet radio show host person, crowd chant leader, video plus blog internet show creator, motherfucker, stand winning coordinator, kite engineer, toxic land developer, assistant producer for Dave Greeley Show, motherfucker. Additionally, we've reviewed your Twitter and feel you should also apply at MTV for show writer of Jersey Shore. Sincerely, electronic mail HR person. End quote. I can't believe they've done this, Drabby.
Oh, that last bit, that was quite
Mocking the
gross.
Jersey Shore is not cool.
Oh, man.
What? That's like the only thing it's good for.
What the fuck, John? Why would you say
What
that?
the fuck, John?
What the fuck? Jersey Shore is
Are
back.
you excited about it being back?
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Am I excited?
It's back?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Season
with like
15.
the same people, right?
Yeah.
Everybody except
They're like
Angelina
137
and Sammy.
years old.
I was going to say, aren't they just like disgusting?
No, they
I mean, they were
actually-
disgusting before,
Yes.
but like
Right.
now,
They
now
look
they're old
decent
and
now.
disgusting.
Who looks
Weird,
They-
because all
they
they do
kind
is
of-
go to the gym.
And then tan and then do their
then
laundry.
tan and
Julie, who looks decent?
The girls.
Which one?
Snooki.
Come on.
You could. It's like,
Compared
oh, come on.
to what-
She looks good. Like she did. Like it only goes up from what she used to look
That's
like.
what I'm saying.
No, it does not. You would think so, but you'd be wrong.
I mean, like the only way she could have looked worse was if she was actually Danny DeVito instead of just looking like him.
Okay, you're not wrong.
Roasted.
Yeah, no, that's actually pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like no, you're right. All right. Moving on from user DMoco with 1 point quote. Gold drought is because not enough sound effects on ACES radio. Pipa demands more sound effects. Precord wishes there were no sound effects. Who are you going to side with? End quote.
That's awesome. Ain't nobody got time for this.
Is that? Do we think that's Pippa's account?
Let me smash.
Oh, we're just gonna play him now.
There are a
Don't
lot
talk
of-
over this.
Yeah. There are a lot of unused buttons on your.
How about new?
John Zadar has coughed into the microphone.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, God.
Oh my.
Rough lads! Rough lads! Shit lord!
Smoke weed every day.
I wish.
Hello, darkness, smiles.
Stank lord!
I'm outstanding. I'm intolerable.
That's sick.
It did.
You get nothing.
Jane, you ignorant slut.
You son of a bitch.
I hope you're happy.
He approaches the baby gangster.
That's pretty dang cool.
I'm sitting here trying to think in my head what each one would be named, just figure out where in the alphabet we are, because I think they're alphabetically listed, but I'm not sure.
Is he going in reverse alphabetical?
AGS attack. We got to be near the beginning, because I know he started at the bottom.
Save the crew or die.
That's pretty dang cool. That's pretty dang cool. My name is Will Trap. Yeah.
Don't stop here, please.
What's up, ace holes?
Yeah, I'm all about this.
Oh, you like this one?
Yeah, play this in its entirety.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Why would you do that? Phil Goldfarb is one of the best parts of this show. Hear that, Nate?
Fatality. Back to the Rest Stop was a work of fucking art.
Please have a party.
It's definitely going on the
So how
album.
about I come over there and go to town on your money and on your ass?
Greg Benson has been deported.
On your money and on your Greg Benson.
End quote. Drabby Shramfus, your thoughts?
Yeah, like you have been slacking off on the drops lately. It's like you think we have valuable shit to say or something. How many of these are there?
What's that?
How many of those are there? Yeah, that drop. How many of them are there?
There are 3 of them, Drabby. Moving on from user Dan Cordemanche with 0 points. Quote, have you guys seen our new league-wide Parley jerseys made with upcycled plastic waste? By using recycled material for these jerseys, we are able to offset some of the toxic waste that Anthony Precourt has spewed into this league and some of the toxins we will expose to fans at McCullough Place. End quote.
So how about I come over there and go to town on your money and on your ass?
Julie Jackson, your thoughts?
I'm a big fan. Excuse me, of the white jerseys.
Was that a cough?
Yeah,
Is that what that was?
I don't know. I think I didn't talk for so long that
I'm a big fan.
Just had phlegm.
Excuse me.
And John never got her another beer, so her throat is dry.
Yeah. Thank
What do you want?
What
do you want?
I have to
No.
I have to drive. I'm a lightweight.
Oh, you can't be sassy and then
They have
change
a
your
beer.
mind.
It's like
not the
3%.
worst.
Oh, I can't drink alcohol and drive at the same time. Oh,
She's
I'm
a
so
lightweight.
My
weak.
dad is a police officer or was a police officer.
So you should be
so
able
I
to-
have
He's
be
not
responsible.
here
Harder.
to arrest you.
Moving
He finds
on.
out everything.
From user Rice
do a shot.
Garap for
Just do a shot, no beer.
with 0 points, quote, I thought Morgan Hughes was president of Ohio and master at law. Why was he therefore not on United States Soccer today to talk about the loitering surrounding Save the Crew? It sounds like he got his law degree at Dave Greeley University with a minor in sheath physics. Hashtag sad. Hashtag let me smash. End quote.
Let me smash.
Sean Satar, your thoughts?
Yeah.
I like sheath physics.
Do it! It's a real degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Moving on from user.
What are you sheathing? What's your favorite thing to sheath?
Spikehead linden bee.
Okay. You sheath his horns? Or
Cow
like
dick.
all
Cow
of
dick.
him?
Cow
All of
dick.
it. You sheath cow dick?
Yeah. You got to keep it.
What do you sheath it in?
Well, you got to keep it
I know what
ready.
you're talking about. This is like
Your
it's
butt.
called a sheath.
Yes, it's called a sheath. The cow dick is called a sheath.
I don't remember that at all.
No, it's from the. It's from.
Was that an
Science.
episode I wasn't here?
It was like segment 3, so you totally fucking checked.
Oh, did you not read Science this week, John? Because like it's definitely from that.
Is that a new channel on the Slack that I don't go to?
It is. John Czar has been added to Science by Drabby Shranfin. Moving on from user basketball emoji with 0 points. Fucking brigade. There is a brigade of downvoters. Quote, since my How to Deal with Trolls PSA won every award it qualified for, I've decided to expand my emoji pyre and get into the podcast game. I'm looking for co-hosts. Any idea where I could find some celebrity fans that fit the following qualifications? A witty sidekick who is creative, maybe even an amateur artist. This person needs to be bold. Someone with cojones, as perfectly formed as I am. Hopefully not as large, though. This is a startup podcast, and healthcare costs could be an issue. Every podcast needs a resident historian. I would prefer a monkey with a monocle, but those don't grow on trees. They just live there. Rimshot. Maybe just someone who is old as dirt and have seen it all. I'm talking real old. So old that his last name was Osiris. Lastly, a sound guy to help with production and pushing the right buttons, as I do not have arms. Preferably a self-proclaimed basketball guy, since they will be working closely with me. This guy will not be an on-air talent, so he can be as smelly and bad with kids as they get. Hashtag Darbsosaurus. Hashtag the number 17 Buffalo Braves podcast within the outer belt of 270. End quote. Drabby Shranfis, your thoughts?
I would definitely listen to the Basketball Emoji podcast. It is clearly the most popular of PSA producers in the greater Columbus area, so it stands to reason they would put together a nice podcast.
You and Julie are both on the ACES radio Slack, or I'm sorry, the Save the Crew Slack. You know that's how the best Slack channels vote on what to do, is via Basketball Emoji.
I mean, I know that you have that perception.
No, I know that's...
What do you think is the best emoji to use in the Slack channel, Julie?
Anthony Precourt's face.
Like the zoomed in one where it's just like his whole face.
It just really
in the
gets
image.
me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the I hate whatever you just said.
Yeah, that's
response.
typically what I respond.
That's pretty dang cool. And pretty dang wrong. It's Basketball Emoji. Moving on from user DHGo with -1 points. Quote, in honor of the late Harry Anderson, I was going to do a whole thing comparing the Aces Radio family to Night Court characters. I got as far as equating Drabby to Selma, the diminutive, husky-voiced bailiff who died after the first season before I lost interest. Hashtag Darby is old. Hashtag John has no idea what any of this means. Hashtag up the Finches. End quote. Drabby Shranfis, I gotta go back to you, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wish I had been the Roz, but I understand why you went the way you did.
Bitch.
Also, when I read this, I went to the Night Court IMDb page, and scrolled all the way to the bottom. Like, ignore. You should do this sometime.
All right.
Scroll to all of the people who showed up in like 3 episodes or fewer.
Oh yeah,
and
everyone
course,
who's ever been famous.
Right. Like, there's a million who is that fucking person things, but I'm scrolling
Kevin
through
Bacon.
and it's like, oh yeah, there's Lou Ferrigno and there's Dennis Haysbert and there's Don
Kathy
Cheadle,
Ireland.
and
Yeah.
I'm like, how did all of these fucking people wind up on the show? And
Because they had to be like, plaintiffs and
Is Don
defendants
Cheadle
and
in there
shit.
somewhere?
yeah, Don Cheadle was on an episode of Night Court.
Doing a really dynamite British accent. Have you seen like
I have
the?
no idea what the episode.
What's the?
No, that's Ocean's 11. You're thinking
Yeah, Ocean's 11, like the Ocean movies. He's a character that's He's like,
hello, governor. I'm from England. See, this is my voice. I'm Don Cheadle. I'm from England.
except that's way better.
Yeah.
Like
No,
the Dick Van Dyke character in Mary Poppins is like a classic British person compared to Don Cheadle in the what is it called, Vegas Nights?
Yes.
Yeah. Compared to Don Cheadle in Vegas Nights.
I'm Alex Stanek. I'm intolerable. Everybody go listen to ACES Radio instead. It's going to be awesome.
Moving on from user Logjam with 0 points. Quote, still top of the standings. Meatballs. Hashtag logjammin'. End quote.
I'm Alex Stanek. I'm intolerable. Everybody go listen to ACES Radio instead. It's going to be awesome.
Julie Jackson, your thoughts?
I don't eat meat, so that's irrelevant to me.
Your thoughts on Alex Stanek?
Great Twitter user.
I'm Alex Stanek. I'm intolerable. Everybody go listen to ACES Radio instead.
She immediately regretted saying that.
I don't know.
God, let me mansplain to
I
you
never
something
get the
for a second.
fun ones.
He approaches the baby
Because you're on your
gangster.
phone 80% of the time.
Moving
Says
the fuck
you
on.
your phone.
I'm listening.
From user moving the fuck on with 0 points. Quote, obligatory karaoke time, bitches.
Obligatory?
What did I say?
Obligatory, boy.
Pretty sure that's how you say it. Oh, man, I had the input volume turned all the way down on this entire segment. This will
I
be
bet
great.
it sounds great.
This will be
Good
great.
job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we're doing
Think
this
it
thing now?
starts here. Now, this is a story all about how our team got saved and stayed in town. I'd like to take a minute just to tell you how we stopped a snake and saved the crew. No, we shouldn't have started yet. Doesn't it do the...
Yeah, here you go.
In Upper Arlington, born and raised in a warehouse is where I spend most of my days. Chilling out, faxing, relaxing, all cool, and banking in free throws on YouTube. Where a couple of snecks who are up to no good tried to take my team from my neighborhood. We put up a fight, and Garber gave in. He said, we're not moving to a dumpster outside of Austin. It's very funny. No, are we...
No.
Tell me when, John.
Here you go.
I whistled for a poober, and when it came near, the license plate said ACES with PFGs in the mirror. If anything, I could say this ride was gnar. The driver was ancient, and he's a grandson of Darbs.
Oh, come
What is
the
this
fuck
audio?
on.
This song version is bad.
This is going well. Well, we found some buyers about 7 or 8, and I yelled, Tony ACES, go home, smell you later. Picked up a burnt pizza and a pile of shoes. Lord Guillermo did it. Hashtag save the crew. I mean,
I'd like to suggest that moving the fuck on, move on from his songwriting career.
I like it. I like it, John.
Oh, you would only like it because I don't.
No, I think it's great, and I think they're great.
Tons of
Who
credit
is it?
for picking a
Who is
song
it, and
that
what do you
everybody
owe
knows.
them?
He approaches the baby gangster.
Like, that was key.
It was key. It had a potential.
Drabishamp.
There was a little bit of missing rhymes that
Still got to work on the
threw
rhymes.
it off. But
What the fuck is gnar or guar?
It's a word that you are too old to know.
Is it supposed to be like short for gnarly? Is that what's happening there?
Yeah.
Well, great, because gnarly is
when
older
we use
than
that
fucking
as,
I am.
as
Yeah, I know,
fellow
but it's
kids,
not gnarly.
We
It's
definitely
not
explain it to it. Here's what I would recommend.
I mean, it's not like a
But it's a
thing.
great
no one
song
says
to
that.
work with.
I would go with a little 2 Tickets to Paradise, and except I would be like, I've got 2 tickets between Pam's thighs, and that's a free one, and you can go ahead and use that, and no one.
And it would be true for anyone who
Nobody-
wanted to say it.
Nobody will know what that
Because
song is.
she's
except
a whore.
for
Leave your
you,
shoes,
me,
I'll clean
and
them
Mark Sharp.
tonight.
Yeah.
2 tickets between Pam's thighs. Meow, 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 meow. And then it's like a whole,
And what happens next?
Mostly music, John. Moving on from user Greeley Bad Ideas with 0 points. Quote, Sunday, 3 a.m. Dave Greeley wakes up on his white cloth couch with the lights on, no pants, and a belt around his neck. Oh, my God.
Wait, no, I thought this was
Are we
really
talking? Is this
bad ideas.
Is this every Saturday?
Yeah.
Or just like a specific one?
From user Typical Greeley Saturday Night. Looks at watch, mumbles, it's 3 a.m., I must be lonely. Oh, man, what the fuck? I'm alive? Crap. I suck at everything. Well...
Yeah. Suicide. It's funny.
Well, said...
It's not suicide in this context. It's
Well, he passed out.
autoerotic
Yeah, he
asphyxiation.
passed out. Usually that's the end. Usually
Totally.
that's the end. Well, better send this email full of really great ideas back to my friends in Bridgeview. Subject, potential new names for Toy Park to activate sponsorship. Hey, Cubs fans, you wouldn't believe it, but I still miss Cook County. In fact, I just tried to commit Harry. Inside joke. I screwed up, though. Anywho, I got some sweet names for your stadium. Still got it. Check these out. Bridgeview Taxpayer Burden Grounds. Chicago Wiener Glory. SeatGeek Stadium. Relevant thing for Chicagoans. Millennial Park. Chicago There by Bus Arena. 1985 Bears Were Great Stadium. 312 for fire hashtag. Just send me the checks. iPad.
Oh, shit.
I patch out. End quote. Oh my God, that's the best hot take. Julie, your thoughts. The best hot take ever. Mansplain this for us, please. John Zidar, your thoughts.
I mean, You know it's real because he used a secret hit nickname, which is Eye Patch.
Oh my fucking God.
Everyone, only the closest friends of Dave know that that's what we call him.
That's exactly. Well, when he's trying to be hip.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wears the eye patch.
Well, no, he's trying to be hip when he is hip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let me just repeat this part. Looks up, looks at watch, mumbles, "It's 3 a.m. I must be lonely." Oh my fucking God, that was great.
Stanklore.
Moving on from user Mike Hudson sucks with -1 points. Quote, "I'm sure some of you are wondering just how to make that darn capital B that Foosball Club Cincinnati fans have been screaming about for 2 days now. Well, wonder no longer because your friendly neighborhood FCC fan is here to save the day. Windows, hold down Alt and press 0223 on the number pad, then release Alt. On Android, or if you're one of those losers listening on your iPhone, hold S and select capital B from the pop-up. OS X, hold down Option and press S. If you're using a system besides one of those three, what the hell is wrong with you? Hudson sucks." End quote. Drabby Shramfus, your thoughts?
I have finally figured out what the fuck Mike Hudson is doing with these hot takes.
Oh, here we go. All right.
I'm not telling you.
Wait, where's I can't even find this one.
But Mike Hudson, I see you.
Yeah, put a shirt on. I see you too, unfortunately.
We've seen too much of you. We see too much of you. Moving on from user When ACES Radio Was Good, quote, Episode 1. Morgan, I can't wait for President Trump. End quote.
Rough lads.
I would never say that. I would never say that, John. Your thoughts?
It sounds like you.
You were on episode 1. You know that's not what I
remember it. You were like, "This pizza's delicious, Pam. I can't wait for President Trump."
Oh, my God. No. Boo.
Response from user ACES Archive. I feel like this user should be disqualified. It's clearly just exploiting the ideas and words of other people.
Yeah, ACES Archive. That's why you're top lad. 2 points to Jonathan Masteller. He's definitely not. Oh, Darby and I just touched hands while we were clapping.
That's cool.
God damn it. We only do that when we
Be careful.
Hot dog all over again. I just had a flashback.
The Stanky Kid's going to draw a picture of us clapping together. And I'm fire breathing on you.
Please draw a picture of them holding
Don't
hands
send that in the mail to me.
And leaking from their anuses.
The good news is I didn't touch your hand with my mouth, because that's usually how it works. There are people spilling out of Endeavor. Does that mean the Jackets are down by more than one goal?
They were losing 2-0.
Fucking Christ Jesus.
Welcome to Columbus during playoff time.
That's a great song, John. You want me to...
Yeah, somebody want to write a hot talk about that?
Go ahead.
A hot what?
Hot talk. This doesn't really fit.
No?
No, maybe try another one.
All right, here we go.
That's pretty dang cool.
Yep, yeah, that's it.
Cool.
It's Columbus playoff time.
Columbus during playoff
They're pretty not good. They're pretty not good.
Last hot take of the night, lads, comes from AGS Attack with -4 points. Right back on the bottom of things. Guys, I got this weird DM on Twitter from someone named @Greggy_B_CCSC. Silence asshole, Greggy B speaks. The only thing more cringeworthy than watching this Morgan Hughes try to go on legitimate by being on TV was watching the same Morgan Hughes say that Greggy B had to pee during the supporter summit, and seeing Greggy B's reaction. I assume Greggy B did not have to pee. You may stop being silent now. Signed, Greggy B. End quote. What?
Quit using the hot takes to promote your newest fake account.
Oh, is that a new Twitter account?
It is. It followed me today.
Oh, God damn it, AGS Attack. Jesus Christ. Can we give him -2 points tonight so he's getting the bulk next week?
Yes.
Oh, we're allowed to do that now?
There are no rules except for the part about not giving yourself man balls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's that thing, John. That's the last hot take of the night, lads. We have blood points to give away. Drabby Shranfus, we start with you. You have 2 blood points. They go to the following users, my friend.
Really bad ideas. Maybe your best work to date. So
absolutely the
point
best
there. And I'm gonna give basketball emoji a blood point because I love that turned into a thing.
Fuck yeah, love basketball emoji. Julie Jackson, top photographer in the game today. Your 2 blood points go to the following users.
Complete undivided attention to this segment.
I have been. I just don't have the hot takes in front of me.
Which one
Neither
did you
I.
like?
I write them down as I go.
I like the one about the jersey.
Okay.
And the basketball emoji one.
All right, basketball emoji gets 1, and the other one is a hot take about the jersey, John.
Was that when I was in the bathroom?
Pretty
Must have been. I don't remember reading it.
No, it was about the white jersey.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why you only like the white jerseys?
I'll figure that out. Don't worry about
No.
it. I listened to it and
it's Dan Cordemanch.
It's the opposite.
Oh, Dan
actually.
Cordesanch?
Yeah.
All right. John Sitar, the wet boy.
Greeley Bad Ideas. And I guess Ron T. I wasn't really impressed with much tonight.
All right. Ron T. and who was the last one?
Greeley.
Greeley Bad Ideas also gets a blood point from me. And DH Goat gets one for roasting Darby. That was very good. I mean, hashtag Darby's old. Hashtag John has no idea what any of this means. Hashtag Up the Finches. That's right. That's the end of it. What'd you think?
Yep.
What'd you think, John?
It was good. Time. I love it.
Please don't talk over the outros. Another edition of Battle for the Grand Prize. Don't be cleaning your butt and your mouth.
Actually, the best way to clean a butt is with a mouth.
Wow.
Fucking ew. I'm kind of shocked you're here on segment 3, Joy, to be honest with you.
Why?
She asked if she had to stay, and I said
I didn't
yes.
think you were going to want to.
That is not what happened.
I thought we were going to have to get Brian Levin on the mic.
I really want John Sitar dead.
That would have been terrible. No one wants like season 1 talent on
I've
season
actually
3.
read some messages from people that were saying, please don't ever bring him back.
I read those as well.
I sent one of those.
Nice.
I thought I recognized it.
Seriously, you could replace Morgan anytime.
From user ACES
got what
radio
it takes.
listener,
I'm in.
quote, Brian Levin needs to die. I want him dead. I want his wife dead. I want his whole family dead, and I want to see their dead bodies on the street, and I want to see cars running them over. That is what he deserves.
Well, they sent a couple of those in.
Yeah, this is
But
the second email.
like similar content, but from different people.
Yeah, I'm basically reading 2 emails, and then they diverge at the end. One of them says, hashtag Up the Finches, and the other one says, hashtag Goldfinches for
Where
life.
are you reading this from?
DH Goat.
Because you're not holding your phone or your...
No, he is past tense, Darby. He read it.
Yeah, how dare you. Moving on, we have score predictions to update. Cruisers FC taking on DC United last week, lads. The guess, I believe that was, who was that?
Last week was David, wasn't it?
Yes.
No. It was Brent Miller. Brent Miller was here.
Brent made the prediction.
That's
the
right.
Prediction, yes.
Brent Miller said it was going to be a Dos a 0 Cruisers FC victory. My God, that was so not right. Brent, you are an idiot, and you get 0 points. May God have mercy on your soul. Sean Sitar, the wet boy, you also said it was going to be a 2-0 win. What an idiot. What an idiot you are. It was a 0-1 loss. You get no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. Drabby Shranfis, everyone's favorite ancient ruin. You said it was going to be a 2-1 Cruisers FC victory. Sweet mother of God. So incorrect. You get no points as it was a 0-1 loss. May God have mercy on your soul. Morgan Hughes, continuing champion, smells great with kids. You said it was going to be a 2-0 win. And while that was very close to being true, and it also almost happened, because of how great we were, a lot of people saying it felt like a 2-0 victory. You do get 0 points. May God have mercy on your soul. Moving on to the overall standings in 4th place. The guests, a.k.a. Slonimax and Yvonne Seagull, 0 points. In 3rd place, the wet boy, the wetness, AAA, absentee amateur artist with an amputated arm, Sean Sitar, 10 points. In a very distant 2nd place. Unlikely to catch up to 1st place at any point in his life, mostly because he's so far away from 1st, and his life is almost over because he's dead and old. In a very distant 2nd place, Drabby Shranfis, 20 points. In a very equally distant 1st place. Actually, more distant.
More distant than what?
Than all of the other ones.
What are you more distant than?
Than all the other ones.
All the other first placers?
John
There's
and
a
the
lot
guests,
of people in first place.
and Slonimax, plus Drabby Shranfis, plus Jessica Jackson, plus Brian Levin, 87. 25 points, Morgan Hughes.
Yep. All those people, they all know how great I am, John.
I'm the best artist on staff. Mm-hmm. We're going to bring him in for the bullpen, and he's going to be the guy that mostly designs all the TIFOs from now on, because he's the best!
Be my guest.
From what I understand, the closer in your household is Chris Doran.
Chris Doran, I set him up, and he knocks him down.
Hashtag Tifo yet?
Chris Doran said to me on Twitter the other day, he said, Morgan, you are better than a TV show. Yeah, Slaughtermax and Chris Doran. I got purple hair because I'm an emotional girl. Let me mansplain to you what my hair means.
FC Columbus supporters had a TIFO last week.
Please elaborate, Julie.
Julie, talk to us about your hair.
Oh, that wasn't her that said that?
Oh, here.
I thought that was her.
Hi, I'm back. I'm Julie.
What?
My hair is about my emotions, John.
Wait, why are you doing the weightlifting character that
What is that
Jim
pose?
Carrey played in Living Color?
My name is Julie.
That's girl pose. Every girl strikes that. For
I am a
picture.
girl. This is how I stand. Welcome back to my
Oh,
show.
now she's Arnold Schwarzenegger?
That's right.
The
I am.
fuck?
I am. Get to the chopper, John. Sit down on the
Oh, now
carpet.
she's. I don't know what she is now.
Put that cookie down.
Pink Panther.
Put the cookie down.
Put that cookie down. My name is Julie. I have purple hair. I'm French now. I cook. I
see that.
I will cook something for you. I am
What's
Julie.
what's your favorite French dish,
Yeah, I need to know.
Julie?
Bread and in a bowl.
Like sourdough?
Yeah.
Bread in a bowl.
I'm not very good.
That's how I always eat my bread.
I'm not very good.
Listen, people have been talking about how best to eat bread.
Yeah.
In a bowl with a spoon.
Listen, John, I spent a lot of my formative
Practicing eating bread.
formative years eating bread in Spain, which is where most of the good food comes from.
Yeah,
And,
definitely where French food comes from.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, that's so close to France. Is it close to France?
I mean, ish.
I mean, it's on the map.
It's in the same.
I mean,
Separated by
they're on the
mountain
same
range.
planet.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the Cruisers FC versus New England Revolution hot takes, let's go to the weather report with Alex Thomas first in 3, 2, 1.
Alert. Alex Thomas has entered the game. And now, an ACES radio exclusive.
We want it now!
The Weather Report with Uncle Sportsman himself,
If I wasn't Jamaican,
Alex Thomas.
then why would I wear this hat?
It's gonna rain!
He makes
Ladies
good
and gentlemen,
points.
boys and girls alike, welcome back. It is another edition of the highly anticipated Weather Report with Alex Thomas, Uncle Alligator. How the hell are you, my friend?
Morgan, so good to be here.
You were not on scene last week. We had to. You left us a voicemail of some sort.
That was like
you were an
Ernest
Australian
Shackleton.
woman.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
I had to go to over to Mafre.
How did cleaning of Stank Lake go?
It's filthy.
Yeah, still.
Yeah, it's
Well,
horrible.
You did not do a good job.
No, I cleaned up as much as I could. It was raining like cats and dogs.
Much like Stank Lake,
Yeah.
you are trash.
There's a bunch of cans of Ensure and
Yeah.
little hot dog wrappers.
Well, people laughed over that joke last week, and I just wanted to give you a big thumbs up for that. When you said that
Condoms.
Ensure
Called
is the Gatorade to old people.
It's geriatric Gatorade,
Yeah,
man.
like that was very funny. Everyone
Darby
laughed at
couldn't
that.
hear.
He knew. He knew that he was roasted, but he did not know why. So what you got going on this weekend, my
Oh
friend?
man, it's going to be. I wish I could tell you it's going to be beautiful, but it's going to be nice.
Is today your birthday?
No, sir.
Is tomorrow your birthday?
No, sir.
When's your birthday?
April
April what, Mary?
21st.
21st?
Yeah, dog.
So Saturday.
Yeah, dog.
What? That's incredible. So it'll be a game day and your birthday.
Yeah, man.
What are you turning?
40.
Saturday is your 40th birthday?
Yeah, all day. I was born in Riverside Hospital. Do you know that? 5:58 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Whoa.
Just in time for the 6
Who didn't
o'clock
know
game.
that?
I don't know that.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
All right.
it was
Well,
awesome.
let me give me your birthday weather report. I'm itching to
All right,
hear
so here's
about
the
it.
deal. April 21st.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice, man. Not sunny. It's going to be cloudy. 58 degrees. 7 miles an hour wind out of the north.
Is that true?
Yeah. I know. Hopefully this breaks up, man. I'm so sick of the snow. and
I
stuff.
thought it was going to be like 62 and sunny.
It could very well be, but I think it's going to trend colder.
All right.
But you guys should have no problem with your tents out there.
Yeah.
No problem hanging up the banners and stuff. The wind will be coming from the stage heading towards the Sudeck, so it should be nice and cozy in there. Going to
Yeah.
play the Revolution.
Yeah.
Hopefully whoop them.
Okay.
And then I don't know what everybody's got going on for the next day. Murderers Row used to do the public cleanup thing, but for those of you venturing out around Columbus to kind of lend your hand for the Earth Day stuff, it's going to be in the 50s on Sunday as well with no precipitation. So get out there, help the community, clean up.
Yeah. Well, like I always tell Murderers Row, it's not a noble cause if you're cleaning up your own disgusting
That's true.
Needles.
Yeah, refuse.
Yeah, if you get high and you throw your needles on the ground and you clean that up, that's just being a citizen.
I agree.
You should not be getting blood points. All right, so happy birthday, Alex. We'll
Can I make a prediction? It's my birthday.
No, I don't think so. I don't
Okay,
think that's how
cool.
it works.
No sweat.
We do that later. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm feeling 3-1, bro.
3-1? Yeah! Yeah! Great. Lovely having you back, Alex.
Thanks, sir.
Glad you're not an Australian woman anymore.
Not
Ladies and
anymore.
gentlemen, Alex Thomas, the birthday boy himself, with the weather report.
Smoke weed every day.
He's an Australian woman, John. You know that.
I always
because of last
suspected
week.
it.
I miss Greg. I miss playing this drop. No, I just miss playing this drop. I don't miss Greg. Greg is dead. Moving on, Cruisers FC taking on New England Revolution, the Kai Kamara-less fighting revolutions of the greater Boston area. Drabby Schranfus, you are an elderly person. It's unlikely you will make it to the game as people your age die.
Drop dead. Suddenly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your thoughts on the upcoming match, my friend?
R.I.P. in pieces, Harry Anderson.
Yeah.
So New England's sort of a team in transition now. They have moved on from the Kai Kamara experiment. They
Kai
apparently they're also moving on from the Lee Nguyen era.
But he's still on the roster, is he not?
He's still on the roster, but he's not in the 18, which is the stupidest thing ever.
I'll take him.
Yeah. I mean,
and we'll give you Christian Martinez.
No,
and his stupid hair.
No, we'll give you Pedro Santos.
Oh, that's a hot take.
Actually, Sanch.
I'm not mad at that hot take.
I will not take him. I do not like Nguyen.
It's not about liking New England. It's about liking a good player.
I mean, we
like
took
that player.
We took Mike Grella, and before he joined the team, I wanted to stab him in the eyeball. So, I mean, but now we're cool. We're best friends. Like we hang out.
What do you do?
Yeah.
What do you guys like to do when
we
you're together?
eat Italian food.
Where's Trent? Yeah.
At his house, he makes.
He makes
Dom Tiberi meatballs.
He's got the recipe, but he's not going to share.
Yeah.
Well, that seems
so
rude.
we eat pasta and hang out, and I talk about how
You guys want a good way
douchey
for me
the
and Dom to bond? He
dye
makes
is?
some meatballs and brings them to tailgate.
He actually started the blonde hair dye trend on the
Why?
team this season because it's his thing.
No, why?
Why what?
Why would he do that?
Because he's Mike Grella, and fuck you. That's why.
It's
Anyway,
very Italian of you, Darby.
yeah. New England's in transition. They don't know who the fuck they are, but right now we don't know who the fuck we are. So I think this game is going to be a little sloppy. I think both teams are going to be aggressive. The Revolution have seen how teams can beat us. So I think they push for that because we look vulnerable. But I think Columbus comes out with something to prove and also play aggressively. So I think it's going to be a wide open game.
Yeah. I mean, what even is New England?
They're a soccer
trying
team.
to figure it out.
But also like a kind of like a collection of states, that
okay.
area up there.
That
They
answers
eat
that.
a lot of seafood.
All right, Julie Jackson, you're going to be at the game, my friend.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on the match?
I've never liked New England.
Good
I'm
call.
not happy about having to see their players up close and personal.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, we have to see somebody
I
play
mean,
against
yeah,
us.
but they're probably my last choice. They're my
Really?
least favorite team.
Okay.
They've had a lot of players that I just don't like.
New fan.
It was because of the 2014 playoffs? 15 playoffs? What was the season that they
14.
14. They just handed us our asses on both ends.
14.
Yeah.
For shizzle.
Oh, fuck those guys.
But,
All right, so you don't like Bobby Shuttlesworth.
He doesn't even play there anymore.
That's true.
Bruh.
I think
What
that I only watched the first 33 minutes of this past week's game, and I
every game.
think that
What?
And I think that anything is going to be better than that because that was like high school soccer.
Fantastic. That's why you tune in. Questions for a real girl. There should be a hashtag for that.
Hashtag a real girl.
Nah, okay. A real girl?
That's what you just said.
Yeah,
you
no,
said
but-
questions for a real girl, so
But I
like a
think it should be
hashtag
more
for a real girl.
It should be more specific because that could be a hashtag. that
Hashtag
has
for a
existed.
girl that's definitely real.
Ooh. Hashtag for a girl that's definitely real. You know what?
Hashtag for a
tomorrow.
girl that's so real because she's real.
Real Julie questions.
I like that one.
Yeah, real Julie questions.
Real talk with Julie.
Real talk with
No,
Julie.
that sounds too
real,
legitimate.
Real Julie questions. I like that.
Julie, real talk.
No.
Okay.
Jules.
Real questions with Julie.
Talking to Jules.
Hashtag talking
That
to
one,
Jules.
that's not bad.
Talks
Real-
with Jules or talks?
Real questions,
Miss
Jules
Jackson.
with.
Talking
Real questions?
about Jules.
Okay, talks with
Okay,
Jules.
now it's,
We talk about
it's-
your Jules way
yeah,
too
I
much,
knew that
John.
was coming.
I didn't do that.
You
Hashtag
did.
that.
You set that up.
Julie.
I might have set that up.
Hashtag Julie.
Hashtag Jackson with an X.
Yeah. with an X is spelled out, though. And X is EX.
Yeah.
Questions spelled with an X. It's like
Hashtag Julie
questions
Jax
for
men.
Jax.
It's like her and X-Men at the same time.
Because of fuckboy Carl. What's your ex-boyfriend's name?
It's like Julie and two dudes.
Logan. Fuck Logan
So
with
it's
an
like
X.
crossing the swords with Julie.
Yeah.
Sean Sitar, this is a crew podcast. Your thoughts on the upcoming match, my friend?
I think that soccer is going to happen.
Wow, that made my answer look really good.
New England is a little bit similar to us.
Shockingly,
their most recent game was very similar to our most recent game in that they dominated the stat line and had a lot of shots, but still lost 1-0.
Yeah.
So I really don't know what to expect here. I think both teams are going to kind of want to get some 3 points to set themselves kind of back on track. But like we always say, away games you want to just aim for the draw, and they're the away team. So who knows? Maybe they'll sit back.
Yeah,
people do know how to kind of beat us. So
I did
if,
watch.
If you've got a method that works, why would you not use it?
They've got a blueprint.
So.
Yeah. If you look at New England's schedule, the one game that jumps out where you go, man, they might be good, is that 4-0 shellacking of Montreal. And I believe that Montreal had gone down to 9 men by minute 5. That was not indicative of how New England is as a team talent-wise, but it's the only game that I've watched this year.
Of theirs?
Of theirs. So I am inclined to believe that they are the best team in the league.
Montreal did lose a player in the 13th minute there.
Yeah.
Just
so
violent conduct. I don't know.
They lost
another one.
What's that?
I think it was 9.
No,
Yeah,
there's only one.
No, John's wrong.
I'm looking right at it in that MLS, which is notorious for being shitty and not
He's holding
right.
up his phone and it's not even on. This is sad. God.
That's why we need to use your phone earlier.
Why are you on a porn website right now? Jesus, John. Pull
Yeah.
together.
Oh no, it is on, and it's
listen.
It's porn. It's his own
Dick
mother.
ain't gonna
Oh my
jerk
god.
itself, okay?
Julie Stanky, we have a new drop for you.
I can't believe I was talking over that. All right. Okay. So
man, probably not good enough audio to pull it out and use it. But there you go.
There's another one. All right. I mean, everything would tell you that this is a prove something game for Cruisers FC. They've dominated 3 games in a row that they've lost. This is almost if like Julie were playing Armando, her what's her ex-boyfriend's name?
Horatio.
Yes.
Her ex-boyfriend Horatio, and she's like something to prove. That's kind of what I feel like. What's their team name in our town?
Soccer?
Yeah.
Crew.
FC Columbus.
I feel like FC Columbus. FC Eagles Crew. I feel like Eagles Crew should come out at, what's the stadium called?
Audubon
University.
Grandview Heights High School.
And have in Grandview Heights High School them, John.
Right.
But I don't feel like they will because who are we going?
Who are we what?
Who are we what is probably going to win.
Mr. Tyler.
Mr. Tyler.
What's
yes.
on? Who's on first?
Exactly. Now, moving on to score predictions, let's go around the panel. Latin Turf podcast host. Drabby Schranfus, 40-year-old man-child, your prediction for the match, my friend.
All right, I'm going to hold this up. I don't know why I keep holding this up to Periscope because I doubt they can see from this
they can
distance
see it.
anyway. Okay, so my prediction is New England Patriots 2 goals, Columbus Crew 2 goals as well. I am not picking you to win a game until you win a fucking game, Columbus. So pull your balls out, pull your dick out.
Well, here we go.
That's not going to actually
wouldn't
help
do
them
that.
play, so I don't know.
Pull your
It
pants
probably depends
down.
on the player.
I feel like this is
I
going to
mean,
help you play.
I don't. They've been pretty terrible,
Play
so maybe it
without
will
pants.
help. I don't know.
I'm predicting a 2-2 tie until you fuckers win. I am not predicting a win.
Let me smash.
Hashtag save the Nguyen. I would
No.
100% take him at this point.
No.
He could be
Free
the missing
Nguyen.
piece for our team. Yeah. Hashtag stop fucking losing.
Hashtag dicks out for Harambe.
Oh, there it is.
What
God,
a
you're so
what
cool.
a timely hashtag. Brian
Right.
Levin, get your hot take ready because you're going to, as soon as Julie does her prediction, I want you to come around, and the guests are so far in last place.
We'll give
that
them
we're
a
gonna
chance
give
to
them-
get double points.
That's exactly right, John.
I agree.
Yeah. So,
Or
Julie,
negative 30.
go ahead, give me your score prediction. You had a dry erase board. Did you draw on
I
it?
did not know that I had one.
God
I'm
fucking
upset. I
goodness.
would have drawn
If only
a
it'd been
fat
sitting there the entire
Come
time.
up right now, actually, and do your.
Can't believe
and
you've
that'll
done
give
this,
her
Greg.
time to
There's
draw.
time. Do your
No,
thing.
it's okay.
Come on,
I'm
photo
a
girl.
perfectionist. It would take me way too
All right,
long.
go ahead. What's your
Okay.
score prediction for
I'm
the
going
match?
to say 2-1 us.
2-1 Cruisers FC?
Yeah.
All right. That's
Who's going to score the goals?
Oh, I don't like that question.
Okay.
Well,
That's too much pressure.
2 goals by Josh Williams. He was dreamy and had a birthday recently.
Yeah, yes. yesterday, wasn't it? His 30th birthday.
This week.
It was yesterday.
Josh Williamson is starting.
Moving on, John Zadar.
Is it because you rode him so hard that he can't perform?
Well, yeah. I mean, how else do you think? I got to commute from Westerville to downtown now, Darby. It's a long way. Okay,
Mr. Poopy Pants.
Yeah. What do you want?
Your score prediction for the match, my friend?
Oh, I predict a draw. Save the Crew won, and then I drew the. It's got a poop emoji.
Oh.
And I'm calling them the Civil Warmans.
Oh, this is.
So 1-1. Save the Crew versus the Civil Warmans.
Wow, I love that. The Civil Warmans. Man, what an intense team name.
Right?
Okay, let me just describe what John has drawn. He's drawn like the Crayola crayon logo that New England has, except in place of like where the stars or the soccer ball would be in a flag, it's a pile of poop.
Well, I mean, it's kind of.
Does it have the eyeballs?
It was going to be the poop emoji, but I only have a black marker, so.
Oh my God!
Can we get some colored markers up in this bitch?
Can we get some crayons?
No, we may not. No, we may not.
I'm gonna go show. I'll go show my thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep it on the rails.
No, don't show your thing to Periscope.
Okay,
the
he's
account
leaving.
will get banned for that.
Oh, he's taking his pants off. He's taking his pants off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the program. First time since episode 5, we think. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian, leaving. Brian,
said episode 4.
Leaving. Welcome back.
4 or 5, something like that.
Welcome back to the show.
What Morgan?
I will tell you, this is a very different podcast since the last time I was here.
Is that true?
It's a lot worse, or
well, we were in a conference room.
Oh,
this is pre-Galifo.
Oh my God!
Before the
at One Nationwide Plaza,
in just a beige room.
Yes, a caster connection.
Yeah. And
God.
I was you only had 3 mics.
Okay.
So I was sharing one with the Australian feller.
What?
And I remember I spent the entire show thinking, if Greg and I have a hot take at the same time,
yes,
we might touch mouths.
Ew. Ew.
I mean, that's not the worst thing you could have touched.
I mean, that would.
No, it pretty much is.
Yes,
it's up there.
What's worse than that?
His dingo.
It's exactly the worst thing you can touch with your mouth.
The man wore a puppet on his hand. Do we want to talk about bad things that he's touched?
I tried to say something hot take-ish, and I ended up with junior bacon cheeseburger mush in my mouth. Disgusting.
That's what I've always wanted.
What else is different now that we're here at the lovely front room at Endeavor Brewing Company? Because your last experience was the old times in the long, long ago.
Yeah,
we don't believe it. We don't remember it.
The average age of the panelists is increased.
Oh my God,
slightly.
roasted! Jesus Christ!
Boom, roasted.
I think he's talking about John.
Everybody has gotten older
because John's aged and I haven't.
Well, I don't think that's what.
I have no.
I don't
gray
think
hair.
that's what he means.
I have no gray hair. John.
I have no hair.
And that is
a lot of people would say that's better.
You can't have gray hair. If you
Yeah,
have zero
Darby.
hair.
Lots of people are born bald. Okay.
How has John made us feel terrible about having hair?
I don't know.
All right. Okay, actually, Brian, while you're here, I want you to talk to us because those who listen to episode whatever the fuck may remember you as the man who single-handedly put together... Or Julie Jackson's leaving. Well, we're only going to be here for 5 more minutes. Why don't you just stick around? Jesus Christ, sit down.
Yeah, sit down.
Let me
rude
mansplain
bitch.
to you how to make it through an entire episode of ACES Radio. Don't do it.
And this is a short one.
Yeah, it sure is. We're only at 2 hours and 39 minutes.
When a lady's around, Morgan normally gives them the short one. So
I come back from that very easily, Darby. Again and again and
After
again
about
for not
30
an
minutes
extended
and a
period of
nap.
time. Yeah. So last time you were here, you were like, I single-handedly invented making shows about soccer fans. You put together the Save the...
Hold on, what is it? What are we doing right now? Is this segment 2.0?
It sure is. You did the massive supporters.
Yeah, I ruined your life.
Now, that's exactly right. You now have done the similar show for the FCC Foosball Rough Lads.
Yeah, I mean, I did a show. It wasn't the same.
What was it called?
Rise Together.
Oh,
Just because you went through
That's
and
their
you put
hashtag,
Rambo
John.
Gooner's face over all the shots of Morgan doesn't mean it's not the same show.
Yeah, color correction is terrible.
Yeah. Well, so is the actual accounts of FC Cincinnati, so that's fine.
Quote Rambo Gooner, I invented supporter culture. I invented it. End quote. He literally said that. His name is Dave in real life, and he said, I invented soccer, John.
See, he said that you invented it?
No,
he said it about himself.
He puts the B in football.
There's the B in football.
Let me tell you the biggest difference. Up until now, at least, Master Supporters is the only one that won an Emmy.
I forgot about that. We did win an Emmy.
Yeah.
And okay, so
you say we like you had jack shit to do.
It was everybody.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Excuse me. The stars of things win Emmys. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
you, John.
The people who did the work deserve the Emmy.
No one knows who Tifo Sweat is. You're right about
Guess
that.
who wasn't in that show at all?
Darby
Schnarfest. I think that's why he's being a pissy little bitch right now.
There was a Schaff in that.
Actually, his name is Darby.
There's a lot of
Schaff.
Shafts in that picture.
Darby Schaff did not win an Emmy, John. We can use his real name when we're not giving him credit.
Yeah, we had to do a whole second version of that show because Morgan gave me the wrong names for half the people.
That's true. That's true. I tried to roast my friends by misspelling their last names on purpose, and fucking Brian believed me.
Yeah, why would I think that you would lie about anything?
I would never.
He would never lie about stealing a banner.
Yeah, he's giving me names and carrying banners down to his car.
Fantastic. No, tell the story about how you didn't get us. We could have had an actual physical Emmy.
What?
And you were like, oh, well, it was $75 to get an extra one. We didn't know if you guys wanted to pay for it.
Is it too late? Is it too late? Is it too late?
Yes, it's too late now.
Here's the thing.
Is it though?
Yes.
The manufacturer didn't go out of business.
They make them every year.
It's the most upsetting part.
They make them every year.
Happened to me.
I can tell you a little behind the scenes action.
Here we go.
It might not be too late.
Oh shit! See, this is what I'm talking
about. And you might hold off and wait a little bit longer.
What?
That's all I'm telling you. Maybe.
I'm ready to die right now.
Oh my god, my mom will be so proud.
Thank Lord.
And because it says my name on it, right? Is that what it says? Continuing champion.
It looks like this, basically.
Please don't have a
is your name
puppet
Kyle?
popping out
Did you
of the
put a
top.
puppet in it?
Possum?
Dirty bitch,
A
goddamn.
puppet with a little possum dick, incidentally.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Great job. I can't believe you've done this. Give us your score prediction, Brian.
All right.
And not for the FCC game. I know you're an Inter Milan and an FCC fan.
Yeah. Two things.
All right.
In person,
okay.
I have not seen a crew loss since the final of a certain year.
Oh, no one remembers that.
I couldn't remember what year it was.
Yeah, 2012.
Having said that...
Were you in a coma in 2016?
No, I just picked some really good games to get to. I've seen wins and ties.
All right.
Having said that, this team looks bummed out.
Yeah.
Don't they? Every time they hit the post,
It's almost like
Pedro,
someone's trying to move them across
Giassi,
the country.
They just look sad. So I'm going 1-1. I want to say a win.
Welcome to the winner's circle.
I'm going 1-1.
That's like a Canadian win. Isn't that a Canadian win, according to Big Soccer? John, did you already predict?
I wouldn't know. Yes.
What'd you say?
1-1.
I fucking hate these dry boards now because, literally everyone has predicted a tie. And so here we go. I say Cruisers FC 2.
You keep copying me.
He always conveniently goes last and keeps the board under the table where no one can see.
He's like,
and then
what's
he's like,
second place doing?
desperately
As long as I do the
let
same
me do
thing as
like a
second
mini
place.
segment too, and so I have time to write my
on-
18 hashtags.
I'm on video.
And steal
John.
ideas.
We brought these
So
fucking
are we.
whiteboards in to keep you from cheating, and somehow you're still cheating.
All right, Castle family.
How many poos are you digging for?
Here we go. Cruisers FC 2, fuck Bobby Shuttleworth 2, hashtag definitely only girls. I'm a 3-4 man. Not gay at all.
Definitely a 3.
Definitely 3. Yeah. Hashtag digging for poop. Again, that hashtag has nothing to do with the first hashtag.
Okay.
Those are two completely separate hashtags.
Right.
That
It
don't
is related to the
intersect
third one,
at all.
however.
Hashtag Pam's wedding. Hashtag happy 40th Uncle Sportsman. Hashtag 40-year-old Australian woman child. Hashtag Darbs fired dead hot dog boy, of course. Hashtag save the crew. I'd like to go ahead and say this one again. Hashtag Pam's wedding. Because she thinks that she's coming up with this super cute fucking wedding hashtag, and I'm saying
That's real overplayed.
that's right. She wants it to be.
We should come up with an ACES
Hashtag
radio
as long as she
themed
gives
one.
me donuts, who gives a fuck?
All I can say
That's
is
a
she
little
definitely
long.
doesn't want it to be hashtag Pam's wedding.
She
So,
doesn't?
No, not at all. She thinks that's the worst possible thing. So
It'd be
Hashtag
real.
Pam's Army.
It'd be real unfortunate.
I said
Pam's Army. Yes.
how fucking convenient that you're not on any social media platform. You can't fucking do
She
anything.
can't stop it.
No, she has she's a weak woman who can't even read, John.
You can't stop a hashtag anyway.
I mean,
Julie knows. Julie knows what that's like to be weak and not be able to read because of your gender. Why couldn't Helen Keller drive?
Because of Anal leakage.
They didn't have cars back then. No, that was very sexist. Jesus Christ. My God.
Wait,
unbelievable.
When was she alive?
Like 1812?
I was like,
that's why she
was born in like
she couldn't see because there wasn't
I
color
was going to say,
TV.
what? She couldn't see because there wasn't color TV?
That's right, John. It has
Like,
nothing to
had
do with
someone
the fact she's a
invented color
woman.
TV, she would have suddenly been not blind?
Yeah.
She was, like, waiting for it.
Right. It's like, remember the Dick Van Dyke Show? Nope, because it was in black and white. He's like, oh, I'm falling over this thing, the chair. Oh, that's all you heard was just the sound of him falling, John.
Helen Keller died in 1968, you fuckboy.
Oh, my God, how old was she? That's so embarrassing. Do you remember when she died, Darby?
And was born?
John, I think a while ago you asked why Dom Taberi has never been on this podcast.
Here we go.
No, I know why Dom Taberi's not on this podcast. I know why he's not. I know perfectly damn well.
Dude, like the thing about ACES Radio is like when these asshole troll accounts are like, oh, these guys suck. I'm like, if you actually listened, you would have so many like legit. Like I just said, why couldn't Helen Keller drive? Because she, she was blind. And then Julie said something very racist.
As always.
Yeah. You could really...
It was racist against women.
Julie's the official photographer for Save the Crew. You could take down the whole organization by just playing her racist statements
right.
over
Every time we post a
again.
picture she takes.
You can take down the Save the Crew movement by giving John Zadar a job.
That's true. It did happen.
Yeah.
It did. And then
now he has no fucking free time.
A lot of people are saying that.
Yeah.
I have barely checked Slack this week.
Hey, did you design a hat for that thing we were talking about?
No.
What? Did you hear that buzzing?
Yeah, that's new.
John's transmitting electricity. We should be done with.
I'm an X-Man.
Are you the first one or the second one?
I'm the third.
Ooh, I haven't seen your movie yet.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Brian Levin, thanks for joining us on Segment 3. You got anything to pimp?
Like women or children?
There's a soccer game in Columbus on Saturday. Everybody should go to it.
Hashtag Feel the Fray.
Feel the Fray. My Sunday is my birthday, so I'm hoping for a win.
422.
Yeah. So everybody should come find myself and Alex Thomas.
You guys
go
be
into the
together?
stadium and sit down there.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
What are you guys doing?
Nothing. Just saying. Come
Be
find,
an X-Men
come
together?
Find people.
Are you guys X-Mans?
Just look for them in the middle of the parking lot, interlocked legs, with their arms up.
I'm an X-Man.
Making an X-Man noise.
I'm a 3-4 X-Man.
Accidentally touching
Yeah.
hands.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Again? Really?
We need to practice not touching each other, Drabs.
Yeah,
That's what I'll be doing on Saturday.
Yeah.
Brian Levin, thank you for joining the program. Drabby, any volunteer opportunities for Save the Crew?
Let's see. 28th. There's going to be a ticket donation thing for the Gladden House.
Yeah.
I believe is the
Child House
partner this time. Also, probably by the time you're hearing this, there's going to be a bus going from OSU
A
campus
bus?
to the game. So if you're an OSU student, or maybe even like a grad student, or potentially,
Or just a human being that doesn't want to pay fucking $15 to park their car?
I mean, I'm not gonna. They're not gonna know the difference, but you should look online because there's information. Don't just show up for the bus because you got to sign up and stuff. Go find Nate Beckman on Twitter and ask him about it.
At Beckman Nate. Sean Sitar, what's GCG Bag got going on this weekend?
Ooh,
alcohol poisoning.
They're smoking meat.
Smoking meat. Fucking
no,
A.
it's what they're doing in the Murderers Row trailer.
I don't. It's a group tailgate. Okay.
Tune into Right Near the Porty Potties to find out what GCG Bag has going on with Murderers Row. If you've enjoyed the shitlordery on Segment 3, I got bad news. The show's over. It's episode 81. John's already tripping over shit, tearing down the equipment. He's got to get out of here. So do we. Big thanks to Erica Kress, Clark Beacom, Kevin Burns, and the dead rotting corpse of Julie Jackson. This has been ACES Radio, episode 81. And all Lord Guillermo's people said, "7 a week."
Not dead.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
Please have a party. Feed us drinks. Get us laid. Ow!
Dude, don't pretend like you're busy working or something, dude. You know you're in bed just watching PlayStation or something like that.
That's the word on the street.